Oh yeah, wait, I always forget. I can just open up my mic right now and just talk. Well, the timer goes. Anyway, welcome Ingo. How you doing today? I'm just finishing setting some things up. I still gotta open a VTube studio. I was cutting it close, not gonna lie, because this is gonna be a mostly reading stream. I set up my desk, like, well, not my desk, but I set it up so I'm standing right now. And a lot of cables got jumbled up, and yeah, it was quite a mess for setting up my phone for tracking specifically. But it seems like we're okay now. It seems like we're doing a lot better now. So yeah, that's good. Here we go. There you go. Hey, right on time. Well, actually, are we ready on the other screen? Yes, but I am nowhere to be found. Give me a second. Oh, 5 seconds. No, 1 second. How time flies, huh? Anyway. Here we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Aren, and welcome back to Arknights. Aren lost. Yeah, I found myself. It's okay. It's alright. I sound a little low on my end. Do I sound okay for you? I feel like I sound... I don't know if I sound very clear. I don't know what happened, but... Hello, testing. I'm like right up to the mic right now. I mean, it seemed like the volume is at a good level, right? So hopefully everything sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, thank you. Perfect working condition, yeah. 187 pulls in, still no Ascalon, waiting for your pulls. That's probably a good idea, well, yeah. Sometimes, you know, when you get a character, I get a character, so maybe if I do get a character in these pulls, which we'll see, I don't know. Not very likely, but I do have a plan, which we'll see after this. But, yeah, hopefully you're able to get it regardless. Let's see. Also, welcome Inato. How you doing? Can hear Van? Okay, thank you for confirming as well. How are you guys doing today? Yeah, I don't know if, like, what happened to my AC? Did I turn off my AC accidentally? No, it's fine. Okay. There are lyrics to this song, right? I can hear, like, very faintly. This is a really, really nice song. Give me a second, because if you come in, I just noticed this while I was setting up. There is, like, a whisper at the beginning. Right? Like, what is that? I'm on my Gravity Falls. Like, I'm back in Gravity Falls. I'm like, what is that? Put it in reverse. I don't know. Such a good track. But anyway. Last time, we finished reading through BB3, right? And so now we gotta continue from here, which I think it was a good stopping point, actually. Hopefully we'll get through most of the story this time, or at least the story that we have played through. And we'll see if we get to the boss, or if we have to leave the boss for next time. We'll see. But anyway, I think my tracking is kinda on a weird side. It should be better there. Hopefully. Anyway. Yeah, doing good, myself. I was telling Go that I was setting this so I'm standing right now. And it was kind of, you know, I was cutting it close. I didn't know if I was gonna be ready on time. But it seems like we are, so yeah, that's good. So I think everything is ready. Why do I always turn off? Okay, I'm just gonna turn on the limiter just in case I get a little loud. But it should be okay. All right. I guess without further ado, let's continue the story. Let's see. Yeah, glad you're all doing well. Did I? Yeah, everything is good. Okay, sorry. Final checks. Can never be too sure. Awakening in exhaustion. Things have not gone according to plan. Yeah, one could say. Many situations like such. Let's see. Oh, what the heck? Why are we starting here? What? Okay, so last time, Kazdel was like, I found it, right? I found it buried somewhere. Or yeah, I found something buried, and it is there, or something like that. It ended in a really cool way. Probably should have read through it before this. Priestess moment. Yep, another one. Let's see. It's actually starting to get a little hot. Let me lower the AC a little bit. Or increase the AC, actually. You know, lower the temperature. Anyway. I prepared a gift for you, Aren. What do you hear? No doctor, Aren. I mean, I guess, yeah. What do you hear? This is... Do you remember? This is the polarization from when Emma 10 was born. You said you found a rhythm within its waveform. Of course, I added a little personal touch. I adjusted the direction of the planetary tracks array to capture different echoes. The harmony is derived from the lingering neutrinos of extinguishing stars. As for the orchestrator, I used the gravitational folds left behind when the ship sailed through the Stargate. What? What are you? Are you the the ancients, like the original Lethanian? Oh, I knew you'd like that, Aren. The universe singing. Even at this moment, it's still as touching as ever. But this violates the norms we set ourselves, priestess. These facilities should have kept operating on the preset path. Yeah. Their stars are losing their color. This world no longer has norms, doesn't it? This place will fall silent soon, almost like we've never been here. Come walk with me, before the silence comes. I hope we'll get to see this world's future with our own eyes together, Aren. Oh man, what a start. Actually. We will. I will wait for you in that world. That's something that Priestess said, right? Because for a second there I thought it was Doctor, but no. 4 years ago? Summer 1090. The heck, we're getting so close now. Rhodes, Island of Babel, Kazdel. Yo, what's up, Closure? You are online. Phew, finally done retrofitting the electrical and wiring. Now we're gonna be able to withstand an impact. I think. How dare Kazdel make me work 48 hours non-stop? Once all this is over, I'm gonna tell Her Highness on her. Yo, Scout. Confirm within the landship's communication range. Signal's clear. The mini bases you hit around are great, Closure. Of course. Not even Her Highness has seen anything this handy. Is this their so-called research finished? Yeah, is their so-called research finished? The energy surge caused by their last couple of rounds almost got Rhodes Island to stall. I'm still reinforcing the landship for the next impact. You know how much I racked my brains to cover up the landship's movement? Like, what if the military commission spy Scout went... Yo, relax. I've already eliminated all our targets nearby. Just focus on your preparations. Scout, report. Yeah, of the planet, right? The Tikas? Yeah, like the Proto-Sarkas. Yeah, the Google dinosaur shirt. It's cool. Yeah. I think it was said that the Tikas were the natives. So I don't know what humans are to this world. Like, maybe they are from another... Like, maybe Doctor and Priestess are from... another dimension? Like, because it sounded from them saying like the stars were dying, or the stars were losing its color. Like maybe they were from a dimension that was dying or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they're also visitors. Let's see. The infiltration mission is complete. I'm sending the intel back to Babel. What did I just click? I don't know. What's the situation inside the city? Not much has changed over the past few years. Not many catastrophes, very little movement. Our situation is not very optimistic, actually. If the military commission continues to shrink our strategic space. Let's trust Her Highness and Dr. Kalsit. You're right. They've spent so much time preparing for today's experiment just to turn the tide. Right. Scout, have you gotten your hands on the equipment I was keeping at my place? I've already entrusted it to a messenger to take to Babel. Okay. Awesome. The secret weapon Kalsit and I knocked out together will definitely crack the weird control system on the ship. I'll rendezvous with the messenger and confirm the package's risk level before bringing it to the landship. We have been investigating the agent behind our missing engineer too. The threat against the landship hasn't been fully eliminated yet. Oh, what's up, Oda? Theresa humans came to Terra and created the Elders and Ancients. Ooh. Interesting. Like the humans are the... what is it called? Yeah, like the architects in a way. No. Could be. Whoa. Since there is a lot of... Yeah, because there is like law, which looks like some type of supercomputer, so it could be human-made, right? Huh. We didn't read like, hey, that shows the thing. Oh, that thing? Is that what I'm thinking? Or... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Definitely gotta read into that then. I mean, I have been thinking about reading through it. On stream, specifically. Like, probably every story I'll read through, I just... once we're caught up with the main story, I'll be, picking and choosing which ones we read through this. So yeah, we'll see. Closure. I brought you even more materials, just as you asked. They're so heavy. Thanks, Oda. Looks like now I can make more safety equipment for Her Highness, and that's it. And I should install an extra line for backup. Hope there won't be any unexpected surprises this time. Do you need any help, Closure? Oh, you shall hurry and evacuate to a safe zone with everybody else. The next wave of impacts is gonna be in 30 minutes. Say less. I'm gone already. Now everything's all ready. Kinda curious. Just what kind of secret experiments are Kazdel and Her Highness running? They even need to mod the energy and defense modules, not to mention those weird tests. Yeah, what are they doing? Has Dr. Honor awakened, and are they trying to awaken the sarcophagus? There is no one with a better understanding of Originium. If you want to solve the suffering caused by Originium, there is no better candidate for the job. The news you bring is always so surprising, even for the King of Sarkas. Are those devices really still working? Are you confident about the resurrection? The vast majority of life forms on Terra can resist corrosion that spans such a long stretch of time. Well, if we were just built different, the indomitable human spirit and all that. The Terra we see today is no doubt a miracle, and so are you, Theresa. But in the past, the whole solar system revolving around the sun was insignificant in their eyes. Oh, interesting, wait. You seem a little tense, and also a little anxious and nervous. Is there anything else that worries you? Yes, but I can't tell you. It's okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have distracted you. Focus, I can feel it. Kazdel. You love this name, don't you? I've forgotten everything else, almost everything else about those days. But I still remember how, in that distant past, somebody gave me this name. Kazdel. That was the last time we ever met. Is she an experiment of the humans? See, now that we're going on that train of thought, I'm like, whoa. Kazdel, I do not have much time left. Search for traces of life. Search for hope and the future. Kazdel, go find your own answer. Find yourself. Oh, that seems to be a theme of this event. Whoa. Then why hesitate? I know what you mean. It's just... I've had a premonition, worry, or perhaps a conjecture. Premonition's also a thing in this event. At the starting point of this land, at a certain point in time when life had only started budding, something that can never be reversed happened here. And I don't know what it is. If it is someone that even Dr. Kazdel can put her full faith in, then I'm not one bit worried. Besides, considering how cautious you are, the safety measures that you're prepared well ahead of time have never allowed me to worry. I'm sorry to say this, Theresa. This alone, no matter how many contingency measures I prepare, I still can't confidently say anything is conclusive. Theresa, I can't guarantee that I will always make the most rational decision. And this time, I want to believe. Then do what you want to. I'll be here, with you. Kalsid's hand touches the door that has stood silently still for a cryptically long stretch of time. A new wave of tremors reaches Rhodes Island. The door loosens. Originium will become the beacon, condensed by your civilization. If one day other life forms in the universe lose their homeland and seek a way to resolve their plight, they will witness that we once shined. We once resisted. And this is where we rest. We once delivered the gift to those who came after us, before our annihilation. Hope. Yo? Oh, cool. Whoa. Unknown language. This place. Is it time already? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who came through? Warning. Unknown power activated. Warning. Priestess access detected. Huh? Warning. Priestess access Priestess access reset complete. Administrator permissions confirmed. All communication module channels open. Communications receiver module overclocking procedure completed. Search. Preserver. No signal. Cerula Arbor. No signal. Celestial Fulcrum. No signal. Non-static noise. No signal. Search complete. No signal detected on any channel. Would you like to retry? No. Answer. Just me. How long has it been? Searching progress logs. Latest update 4,755,954 days ago. Abnormal vital signs detected. Loading restoration module. Restoring. Did I wake up too early? Or too late? What stage has Originium reached? So... I'm thinking now like Enfield, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Because we know like there's the other protagonist, so like did he wake up too early? I don't know. Searching Originium inspection history data. No response. Originium inspection module is disconnected. Terra. Why save all this redundant information? This isn't recorded in the database. A new language? A new civilization is born? It's just me. What about her? Priestess? I can answer your question. I saved those data in Priestess in advance. Oh, she knows. You? A hint of unfamiliarity, perplexity, and vigilance flashed in the eyes of the person stuck in the past. Kalsid senses it from the glare of the person in the sarcophagus. Likewise, Theresa senses Kalsid's nervousness. Wait. You've changed a fair bit. The person inside the sarcophagus feels like they have just woken up from a short dream. The life form that bid them farewell prior to sleep is still here by their side. But you've never left. No. From the moment I left this place until now, when I am standing here before you again. I have wandered for thousands of years. However, I have never forgotten the question you left me. Kalsid waits uneasily. She needs to make sure. She needs to make sure that her hope has not gone through some kind of horrible change. That was not the question. That was what I looked forward to. Then, have you found the meaning of your life yet? Calls it. Whoa. Oh, the girl we saw in the Launtrell flashback? Oh, I need to look back on that, because I don't exactly remember. What? Huh. Discovering the meaning in the continuation of life. It's a path that I will have to keep walking. You still remember? So what happened to us? For us to forgive, or yeah, for the doctor to forget everything. Because, you know, thousands or millions of, really thousands at the very least of years in hibernation didn't take the memories away. Yeah, I still remember, there we go. To me, it was like yesterday when we said goodbye to each other. But it also seemed like an eternity. But to you, there was never a moment when I forgot all you have done for me. Aside from my life, you granted me one other thing that I found most precious. Freedom, Doctor. Please, just Doctor will do, calls it. Oh, okay, well, sorry. Sorry for shortening. Let me get out first. You're still very weak. I can help. No need. Calls it. I still have many questions. What has become of Originium? I couldn't find any records. About that? It still grows on the continent outside. So I woke up too early. Confirmed. You've suffered, calls it. I can tell from your eyes. You woke me up because you need my help? Yes, we need your help. Yeah, I had assumed that was Priestess as well, if it's who I'm thinking of. Also anniversary trailer, the messenger is sleeping Kelsey, overlapping with someone with dark hair. Yeah, that makes it sad that she hates us in the present, yeah. I see. That devil? Well, the whole situation with Theresa is probably the reason, right? Because she explained it before. So yeah, whatever happens here is what causes it. I can see from your friend behind you that not only has Originium found an unexpected way to exist, she also possesses... yes, Civilite Eterna. The course of this civilization is very complicated. What's her name? Does their civilization have anything like that used to refer to individuals? Theresa. Theresa. The awakened one walks up to Theresa and holds out two arms, showing the palms of those hands. What is going on? Theresa extends her hands to lightly hold the hands of the one from the past. The doctor feels warmth. Yes, Theresa. This is the moment two civilizations make contact with one another. Yet Theresa can see sadness in the eyes of this doctor from eras long gone. And she feels no warmth from the hands she is holding. Originium and you, together. You speak her language? I learned from records. Not hard. Unbelievable. I was thinking about learning your language. Kalsit said, my world is lost. Languages of the past should stay in the past. I am curious about your kind. You found and even entered Civilite Eterna. I want to ask you everything about your civilization. That's the only way I can find traces of my world. The world of the past. I understand. Doctor, is that how you say it? Please forgive me. Keep holding my hands. I will show you. The doctor cannot help but be attracted to the eyes of this creature that looks like a devil. Through her eyes, the one who lost the world sees life. Will make sense if humans were first to adopt the Tikas as devils from their mythology. Yeah, that will make sense. She pulled the world from programming. Did it exist back then? Ooh, all these good ideas, yeah. Interesting. Civilization is born from the instinct of living beings. It's survival of the fittest. I mean, in some beliefs, the devils were the original inhabitants of Earth, so... I don't know. Natural selection. This is how the cycle of life is formed. Bird and beast. Yeah. Bird and beast accidentally fell beneath the ice, pushes a small cub up from the water with its head. The small bird and beast staggers on the ice and walks towards the hunters who are waiting afar from their bait. It's coming this way. Get ready. The hunter grabs the starving bird and beast cub before the ice cracks underneath them. Good. At least we managed to save one. Rebellion. Going against our survival instinct is the catalyst of our civilization's evolution. And curiosity. Curiosity is what we burn our lives away for. The staircase that allows our civilization to proceed forward. A pioneer chasing the stars is pushing forward with the falling ally on his back. You pioneers. You. Why can't you keep at it for just one more day? The newspapers already said that it was the crashed aircraft of the Wrights, not a shooting star. But you just had to get to the bottom of it. They were failures who crashed from the sky. What was there to risk your life for? Those rocks that fell onto the land? What did you want to prove to me? Speaking of Lone Trail, yeah, directly. And it's cool that the intermezzi's do connect to each other. I too once saw within the black crown the sun getting engulfed, with darkness shrouding the whole continent. But even in its darkest hours, there were still those who tried to light up the night. It's still black. The sun really is dead. The sun's been dead for too long. We gotta save it. If the sun doesn't leave, how are we going to hold our tail thickness contests? But how? We climb the tallest mountain and raise a torch up high to light it back up. What if our arms get tired? Then we'll build a statue of me, and my statue will hold the torch up instead. Good idea. We can build my statue next to yours to hold up another torch too. Then if your torch goes out, my torch can light yours. I guess I don't know much about this side of the lore. But yeah. With fire comes light, and it is light that guides us toward hope. And my kin see death as a different interpretation of hope. After your body's destruction, to become one with the city within the soul's furnace flames is an honor bestowed only on those who are most respected. They will grow as Originium crystals and become one with Kazdel. The newborn will grow among the fluttering dust and continue their march toward the forward with hardship and tow amid the chorus of the myriad souls. Progress mixed with ignorance. The cycle continues and repeats over and over. Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems familiar. So beautiful. So nostalgic. You're kind. Theresa seems to have gotten back on the right track and achieving enlightenment. How is ignorance defined? And how do we prove the progress of enlightenment? The way I see it, all of this is part of our civilization. But the things you showed me, most of them are extremely different compared to your race. Conquerors and the conquered both have been branded with inerasable marks by this land through the evolution of civilization. For the sake of survival, I believe that all discrepancies will be unified, and all clans will become one. In the future that I envision, all the many lands will become one. That's a stirring belief. It's admirable. I can feel that you truly love this great land. Be it discrimination, war, or disaster, the object of your love has long surpassed an individual or a clan. But if you surpass the extremes of the civilization you belong to, no one will be able to comprehend your love. On the contrary, they will loathe you. Do you understand what you will have to go through to reach the future you strive for? If there is no choice but to walk that path, I will gladly do so. Theresa, a Terran. No wonder Kelsey trusts you. She willingly took the risk to wake me in order to help you. Right, when every era comes to an end, there are always those who try their hardest to change the tide in the final moments. But most of the time, their stories don't end well. Nevertheless, there is no doubt that you have my admiration. After all, on a certain level, you are very similar to the people that I knew. I will never get to see them again. Perhaps I'll need more time to get my thoughts in order. But no matter, I think I should listen to what you have to say first. What do you need me to do? Oh, here we go. Doctor, you need rest. I'm fine. Calcit, she's given me a lot of surprises, but on top of that, she's given me even more challenges. Sorry, I meant confusion. I still don't have a very good grasp of the Sarcast language. I saw a lot of unexpected things in her. Surely you did too. I made enemies with her, came to know her, began to understand her wish, and finally admired her responsibility. That black crown shared with Theresa the long history and experience it bears, and she too slowly gained foresight that no other can attain. I felt perhaps this will be your best chance. With her, with Babel, and with Terra. With Terra. You too are part of this great land now, Calcit. I hope you will take this journey with us too. Right. I envy you, and I trust you, Calcit. But I'm just a researcher. Perhaps the help I can offer won't be as significant as you hoped. Oripathy, catastrophe, disasters that we have no methods to resist have been bringing many hardships to these lands. Yet Terra's technology is almost entirely built atop the foundation that it is Originium. Fighting over energy, the discrimination against the infected, and the estrangement between war and races are all further tearing these lands apart. We tried, but our efforts yielded very little. That's because we know practically nothing about Originium. We know nothing about this great land. What happened to the sky and the ocean? Where did the ancient ruins come from? How exactly were we born? We hope you'll be able to find answers for us. Ooh, this just makes me want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. Because there's a lot of similarities with what they're discussing. Surely, Calcit must already have shared some of those with you. As for Originium, I'm sorry to say that the person I am now can't give you a good answer. At the very least, not an answer to everything. When I woke up, I tried to access the logs tracking Originium's progress, but strangely, there was nothing. And this glimpse of Terra that you showed me has made me even more confused. The development of Originium has taken a completely different turn from what I expected. I need some time. I need to explore and see this great land for myself, to understand how exactly Originium has influenced culture, life, and environment. This could take years, perhaps longer, and maybe, after an enormous amount of energy is expended, you will receive only a most disappointing answer. I once made a promise to somebody. Thinking about it now, perhaps all I ever left myself, or her, was regret. That's why I won't make a promise lightly, Calcit. forgive me. In that case, we will wait. No matter what your answer will be, Babel will last until the day of your return, Doctor. Yeah, she's like smiling and everything. Thank you. Well, sorry, but I am a little hungry. Priestess showed me that the Landshift has a temporary cafeteria. That it does, but it might be a little messy there. How about I take you... Thank you, Theresa, but no. This place has a special meaning to me too. Let me walk there, slowly, by myself. Okay, be careful, Doctor. Yeah, what were you doing? Imagine, yeah, that will be like the bad way of that. I mean, what a lot of people were expecting the Doctor to be, right? Like, just heartless coming in, like... Listen, I'm just trying to make this Originum thing work. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about you guys or anything. But I guess that's what they saw in Darknight's memoir, right? They saw the Doctor and they said that they thought he saw them as just pieces in the puzzle, right? Like just as just tools in a way, right? So, The awakening has given the Doctor a lot of pressure, but it will seem this one is quick to adapt, and much quicker than I expected. Imagine Colin waking us up. Yeah, I don't know. I do wonder where the story would have gone in that case, because... I don't know, did we help at all? From the sound of it, I don't know that we did. But I guess we'll see. Yeah. I discuss his fear, no understanding because of that. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I mean, that could be part of her anger, not only towards the Doctor, but towards herself. Yeah. The Doctor wants to learn all there is to learn about Terra. A quick learner too, it seems. If the children were like the Doctor, perhaps they will have the chance to master even more languages and travel to so many places across Terra. Theresa, you should go back and look for the others. There should be plenty of Babel affairs that need the chairman herself too. Theresa? Kazdel, there's something bothering me. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I want to tell you. The Doctor seems to be very surprised by the look of Terra as it is today. You once told me that nobody has a better understanding of Originium than the Doctor. The same Doctor who said that the development of Originium took a completely different turn from the expected. Then what should Originium have been like? What should these lands have been like? What should the Sarkas have been like? Good question. I mean, just a new civilization, right? Just without the Originium. Again, reminds me of Horizon a little bit. Is the Doctor ready to depart? Right. The Doctor applied for a transport, some defensive weapons, and nothing else. The Doctor stated an intent to avoid combat zones. Alright, I'll just abide the Doctor's wishes. Your Highness, I would like to follow this Doctor of ours. Considering the background involved, I am worried. Ascalon, have you ever left Kazdel? Left? If we count how I once chased a quarry and left the area when I was small, then I most certainly have. That doesn't count. Go, follow and protect the Doctor, but do not interfere. I will keep a close eye. No, Ascalon, calm down. I don't want you to keep an eye on anyone. I want you to go out there and see how the people in other lands live. This is a great opportunity. How they live? Outside our homeland, neither war nor suffering is part of people's daily lives. Food, fashion, arts, culture, we could have so much. Many of us know this fact, but even more of us choose to ignore this fact, because most of the time we don't have the freedom to choose. Don't give me that look, Ascalon. Listen to me. At first, you followed me because you opposed Theresa's measures. But what about after this division is over? What will you do then? What will be the next stop for the countless Sarkas who share the same idea as you? That's why you need to take a break from the war and see the sights beyond our homeland. See the life that we should have lived. If that is your wish. It is. Have a safe trip. There you go. So we set off. Right, so that was this node. Let's go to the before. Where is my mouse? Hello? Where's my mouse? I was holding it off from the desk, so yep. Let's continue. I'm just holding it like a controller, basically. Oh yeah, here we go. Dear Kazdel, glad to receive your letter. Hope you and everyone in Babel are well. A couple of months ago, I rescued a girl by the name of Amiya from a convoy that had met with misfortune. The accident killed her parents and afflicted her with oropathy. The locals deal with orphaned oropathy patients by putting them in a car and driving them into the wastes. I had no choice but to take her with me. We have become fellow travelers by chance. You can imagine my panic and helplessness as I took care of her. Fortunately, a woman who goes by the name of Savage has joined our little band, which has helped take some of the burden off me. Dang. Huh. The giant crystals. A shadow leaps out of the dunes in the moonlight. Nope. Approaches cautiously. Hey, go away. Don't come any closer. Rubs claws excitedly. Moves head in confusion. You seem to have made them even more excited, Amiya. Look at her. Don't worry, Doctor. I can deal with this. Mom and Dad taught me how to chase the sand beasts away. All you need to do is imitate the sound of their natural enemies. Chirp, chirp. So yeah, Amiya is Australian. I forgot about that. Right, I didn't know actually. Small Mia, yeah. I think it was mentioned at one point that she was from Brainbilton. Wait, that wasn't right. Was it Chip Chip? You're just like, what are you doing, girl? It's still not right. What was it again? Ooh, cuckoo, TikTok. That's not right either, just spam all the different emotes. It's okay, Amiya. I'll take care of this. The doctor makes a ring with thumb and index finger and whistles, producing a strange sound. There you go. Quickly digs a hole. See ya. Amiya. Amiya. Wow, Doctor. That was just like the real thing. Let me try. Ah, there you go. Amiya presses her tiny hand against her lips, but uses too much force, and only gets a sound out after going all red and puffy in the face. The pair of whistles echo across the wastes, sending the sand beasts scurrying underground. Sand beasts there, okay. I was about to say bird and beast, but no, those are the bigger ones, right? A child's laughter replaces the whistles. Then the laughter fades away to silence, and a soft little sigh. Come here, Amiya. Why the sullen look? The sand beast ran off. I could never remember, even after Mom and Dad taught me so many times. And I couldn't protect you, even though I said I would. Your hand's still wounded. It hasn't fully healed. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. Anyway, don't you remember? It was you who taught me how to make that sound. I did? You see? Like I told you, your brain slows down and you start to forget things if you don't sleep. I don't want to sleep. I'm scared that I'll dream of those things. But you told me you dream of your parents too. We have some time before a riot gets here. Have a sleep. Can I come closer? When I wake up, the first thing I want to see is you. Of course. Why don't I tell you a few stories while we wait for Savage? A long time ago, there was a really smart scientist. Her home was in danger, and she made a difficult choice to protect it and the people around her. Real, I mean. If every like all the stories in Arknights were stories that the doctor is telling me, I just instantly don't even get through the prologue. Just nice. Yeah, hi Savage. Thanks. So she's OG. What the heck? Savage Alter when? Luigi falling asleep gif, yeah. Doctor, I found the vehicle. We'll be able to go to next. I'm sorry, it's still so funny the idea that we're about to get lore and Emilia just falls asleep. Shh, she's sleeping. Oh, that was a nice moment. That was really good. Dr. Galcid, I was glad to find signs of life wherever I went. This should be an unfamiliar world, yet there are times when it feels incredibly familiar. Oh, that's me. That's the doctor, I mean. That's me. I recall the legends that had fascinated me in the past, never failing to capture my imagination despite their age. Huh. The ancient machines that had rumbled in the mines and dust once again roamed this land. Stories can become reality. The reality we see can become stories. Power of fiction. You can come over, Emilia. No need to keep poking your head out from there. Oh? Are you drawing, Doctor? Am I interrupting? Of course not. Take a look. Is it good? It's the mining truck we just drove together. I've been drawing lots of our experiences. Have you driven a mining truck before? Even the whole miners can't go as fast as you did. I have seen many amazing vehicles before, like Originium Slug X, but much larger. Once I drove one of them, and went through the bridge between stars. The bridge between stars? It's always dark at night, so it must have been really dark. Was it dangerous? No. Guides stand by the bridge, throwing glowing clouds from old stars, and making round mirrors out of them. Follow the path the mirrors show, and we can see the spires fading in and out of the clouds, and the crown of flowers worn by the stars on the other side of the bridge. When we descend on the crown, you'll find that it belongs to good children like you. It's a really, really big playground. A playground? I've read about them in the stories. There are lots of children there. Do you want to play with other children? No. I just want to play with you, Doctor. You'll make more friends as you grow up. As I grow up. What's the most amazing vehicle you've ever driven? The most amazing? Well, I spent a very long time with it. Very long indeed. Was there anyone else with you? Yeah, casual space travel lore. Very casual. In the beginning, yes. In the end, though, I was alone. But it's alright. I was sleeping. I slept for a very long time. Take me with you next time. That way, I can keep you company and you won't have to sleep all day. Well, now we know what happens if Amiya turns out to be in, what's it called? Enfield. Why are you laughing, Doctor? Not that that will be possible, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe the rules change by that point. That's a big promise to make. Are you sure? You'll have your own journey, your vision, your future. Are you sure you want to be with me? But they all say that there's no future for people with rocks on them. So, I'll always be with you. We'll have a future, Amiya. Oh. Dang. How's Amiya doing? Still not great? Still a bit of fever. Maybe neuropathy complications from all the excitement. Hard to find neuropathy meds around these parts. She acts like it's nothing during the day, but keeps having nightmares. Poor girl. Every survivor of that accident was infected, no exceptions. Excuse me. How long does it take for neuropathy to progress in a child her age? It's different for everyone. Some disintegrate the day after developing acute symptoms. Some suffer for more than a decade of misery. But the end is always the same. Neuropathy. Is there anyone in the world who can cure it? The world? Oh, you mean Terra, our great land. Man, you sound like one of those old scholars. I didn't know you had a sense of humor. Wait, you're serious? I'm afraid not. It's impossible. I need it to be possible. People couldn't imagine the nomadic cities a few centuries ago, could they? I'll find a way, before her symptoms deteriorate. It may be hard, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Hell yeah, doctor. Say it to Aren L2D, and they'll think you're making fun of them. You never fail to surprise me, but I just can't help you. I can't help but believe in you. Yeah, world is an odd concept. Interesting, because they know. Well, I guess yeah, because they don't know about space travel. Then again, we knew that, you know, we were. I don't know. I was thinking like geographically, because they think it's just a continent. I don't know if they think like it's just a, you know, it's a flat terrace or something. But I was gonna say, like, did we discover for sure that the Earth was round before that? Like, we did, right? Because of the, like, travel. But I guess because Terra is, like, landlocked, like the continent of flat terrors, yeah. Because Terra is landlocked, I guess they haven't been able to travel around the entire globe, so yeah, they probably don't know about, like, the idea of, yeah, that them being inside of a world. I don't know, like, yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah. Well, maybe it's just, yeah, that world is not a term that I've ever used. Yeah. Is that the charm of being smart? Come on, Charlotte. I meant you... Never mind. What? Oh, I meant... wait, what did she say? Sorry. That was lore... lore brain rot time. It's kind of believe in you. Is that the charm of being smart? Okay. Sure. Oh, I meant... Can't you tell? There's something about you. Something that lets everyone know that you're different from us. Amiya senses it. Children are more sensitive than we know. Is it that obvious? I wonder what Doctor's reaction is. Well, I guess he's not... Well, it is the same Doctor, but not the same Doctor, right? That we... Like, I'm thinking in the... not Rose Island, what is it called? Rainbow Six event. Like, how will Doctor will feel about, you know, interacting with other humans. It will be interesting. If Oceans had seaborn, we also wouldn't find about America. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, eventually we will find out, but yeah. She's strong. She doesn't show her sadness in front of you. She wants you to see her joy. She doesn't want to be a burden to you. She's trying to take care of you. You became the only pillar in her life the day you saved it. But she knows you were never supposed to cross paths. She's afraid that you'll abandon her too. Right. Don't worry. I won't leave her. Now that's the spirit. I knew you will say that. Dr. Calcit, I thought I will never be more a passing visitor in this place. One history will never remember. This intentional isolation made me forget reality. I am here, on Terra, this great land. I don't know what made me feel it, but the warmth of life coming from a child's palm strings my heart and makes it burn. She be just following, yeah. This is Cherokee fruit, left here on purpose. They know I'm here? Always inscrutable. There you go. Go ahead. So nice beef jerky. Dear Calcit, I'm planning to take Amiya back to Babel. Savage has done her best to find medicine for Amiya, but my ability to treat Amiya's neuropathy is limited under present conditions. I know that Amiya isn't special by any objective standard. I know that Babel faces a crisis no less complicated, but I've decided to bring her back. I met many people along the way. I fretted over money at times, benefited from people's generosity at others. I've seen new things, even some that surprised me for the first time in a long while. The convoy that we were traveling with broke down. We found a herder to guide us through the wilderness of Grim Billington, on the backs of burden beasts, to the rumbling of drills and engines. Oh, there you go. That's a burden beast. Good boy, good boy. Are we really not going to Yan, Doctor? We are going somewhere else, to cure your sickness. But there is no cure for herepathy. There is no such thing as an impossible puzzle, Amiya. There's a place called Babel, where people I trust are working hard to fight this disease. Let's work with them. Will I have to spend a long time there? Some time at least. But don't worry, there'll be a lot of people with you, caring for you. I'll be there too. Doctor, do we really have to go? Lots of sick kids went away to get treated, but no one came back. Herepathy doesn't hurt at all. I promise I'll be good, Doctor. Right, Savage? Yes, Amiya has always been a good girl. Wonder if Amiya being part Sarkis is just a coincidence? Yeah, good question. Are you sure you don't want to rethink this, Doctor? We always deal with Originum every day. We know what herepathy can do. Stay here in Rim Billington, and at least we can give her a home. Maybe that's more important than the cold walls of a laboratory. A home. You have a point, but I can't just stand by and watch Originum hurt her. I have an obligation. Amiya, I promise you, I'll do my best to cure you, no matter what happens. Dang, no light promises. Doctor. Savage does have a point though, and Babel is in a place that is not entirely safe. You can stay with Savage if you don't want to leave Rim Billington. I'm sorry to force this decision on you at such a young age, but you're a strong girl, and we'll respect your choice. The doctor's right, Amiya. No need to knee-jerk an answer. Think carefully about it. This really makes me want to read through the Rim Billington event. The Ray event. I trust you, Doctor. I want to have a future. I want to grow up, read books with you, travel with Savage. It's just that I'm a little scared. Thank you, Amiya. The doctor pats Amiya's head, then picks her up and climbs on the burden beast, onto the burden beast. They've hardly sat down when the ground begins to shake, stirring up clouds of dust. Growls in alarm, yeah. What's going on? Oh, is this a fan art that I've seen? I don't know if it's fan art, it might be a CG. Underneath her feet. Must be a deep digger. It's spooking the burden beast. Watch out! Stay, boy, stay! Whoa! Whoa! Hang in there, Doctor! Doctor! The burden beast rears up on its hind legs. It gives a loud cry, then charges forward. The rest of the pack follows. Oh yeah, okay. If Rimbleton is Australia, perhaps we were wrong and Amiya is not a donkey, but a kangaroo. Yo! Wait, you're right. Good point. They run towards a shallow shoal, splashing water everywhere. It is all the doctor can do to grab the fur on the back of the burden beast and hang on for dear life. Amiya's eyes are wide open in the chaos. With one hand on the burden beast, she stretches out the other towards the doctor. Grab my hand, Doctor! Doctor is about to fall. I have to get them to... Whoa. Hang on, it's speeding up. I'm trying... Hang in there, Doctor. I'm coming. Hurry! PowerPoint that transition. Whoa! In the end, I was thrown from the back of the burden beast into the water. My hindquarters and back burned with pain, and I gagged on the water rushing into my nose. But it also made me feel like I was truly living on this land, after spending almost half a year traveling across it. I heard the sound of my life surging. Your Uber driver has arrived, yeah. Oh, but I was gonna say, yeah, the whole, like, her being part sarcasm. Because by the time, right, in the very few, like, the very first few chapters, it seems like Amiya has gone through some type of experimentation, right? So I wonder if that's where she gets combined with the sarcasm in some way. Kind of like Ifrit, right? Like, Ifrit has also, like, she's not sarcasm, but she has sarcasm DNA. I wonder if it's a similar situation. Summer 1091. Kazdel. 1091. I wish I could remember dates. I was never good at history. Specifically at the date remembering part. No more messenger stations from here on. Villages become sparse, and bandits become frequent. I'm afraid we have to part ways here, Savage. Why? The region ahead is in turmoil. You'll be in danger if the mercenary spots you. You and Amiya will be in danger too, won't you? Excuse me. Yeah, I was thinking about that, yeah, the crown. I'll be fine. I've come this far. I'll see your journey through to the end. Charlotte, thank you. The Goddess's ears quiver at the mention of her real name. She glances at the doctor. A few months is neither long nor short. True, it comprised only a tiny part of her lifetime, but it was also a span of a few hundred days, filled with countless unforgettable experiences. Under the setting sun, before the sand beasts, beneath the eaves, upon this land. She had enjoyed the journey, even if she never fully understood her quiet companion and the many strange and curious ideas that companion had. The goddess who goes by the name of Savage sighs. What can she do? She is not as smart as the doctor. Will you come and visit, Savage? Of course. The doctor said Babel's new base is being worked on by building engineers, right? Maybe we'll see each other soon. Then, I'll be waiting for you, Savage. Good girl, Amiya. Now, though, I need to figure out how to take you and the doctor through the wilderness. You and Amiya stay here and rest for a while, Doctor. I'll see if the transport hub ahead has any good vehicles for hire. Oh, what's up? Doctor. Whoa! A little jump. PNG action is the best. Do we have time to say goodbye? The longer we stay here, the more dangerous it gets. The Goddess girl seems rather determined. It's better for both of you to part ways here. I suppose you're right. We won't wait for Savage? Sometimes, Amiya, we have to do bad things for good reasons. We don't want Savage to be in danger, do we? But she doesn't want to leave you. It's rude to leave without saying goodbye, but that way, Savage won't face danger. I promise we'll get to see her again. Can I leave a note for Savage? She'll be worried if she comes back to find this gun. Good thinking. Go ahead and write one. Okay. Okay. Her Highness waits to meet with you, alone. Are things not going well? How's City? Now is not the time. We'll leave once the girl has written her note. Alright. Can we trouble you with the note? Certainly. I'll leave it where she is sure to see it. Nice. Yo, that was a good part. That was a good part. Okay, so that was 4, right? Not getting that mistaken. No, because it was, yeah, the sky. Yeah, the whole journey, I guess, of the Doctor. Now we back. Whoa, wait. Autumn 1091. Okay, we're slowing down. Rhodes Island of Babel, Kazdel. How's progress, Closure? The last thing I need is another core system control failure. Well, since you had to bring it up, I might have run into a little problem. Even with the tricks you taught me, the encryption methods used by many of Priestess's programs are almost incomprehensible to a normal brain, and my decoder isn't fully compatible yet. We may not be able to shut the system down before the Doctor arrives on the ship. Try again. If you're not confident about getting it done, then we'll go to the contingency plan, cutting off power to the entire ship. Leave it to me. Seems like you're still keeping a lot of secrets, though. I've never seen anyone make you so nervous. That's not important. What's important is making sure nothing happens to the ship. Ascalon's report says the doctor looks like an ordinary person. A pretty decent one, too. Who picked up a stray little goddess and carried her all across the land. Do we really have to be so on edge? It's not the doctor that I fear. Then what is it? You don't need to know yet. Wipe the doctor's boarding records. This is for the safety of both the doctor and Babel. Oh. The others don't need to know that the doctor exists until the doctor and Theresa have reached a conclusion. Alright. I'll work at it. But I wonder why you seem to care a lot about this doctor at the same time that you're so on guard about the whole thing. I got it. The doctor must have dirt on you. Don't bother, you won't find it. Come on, why so serious? What about the girl? Same conclusion, no change. I cross-checked all relevant Remblington records, and she had scout checked with informants inside the military commission. Mia's background comes through clean. Her parents were killed when the convoy transporting the laser mining module got attacked. The attack itself was purely coincidental. I don't know about that. No one knew they were transporting Sarkis-related cargo, and the military commission wasn't involved. Oh. She must have gotten infected in the mess. If not for the doctor, she'd be spending the rest of her life suffering in Rimbilton. I'll handle the girl's examination and treatment once she's on board. You're still concerned about her? Yes, I am. She's too young, and she hasn't had proper treatment since contracting oropathy. Oh, that kind of concerned. I don't want the doctor's kindness to be the reason for delaying her treatment. Plus, Theresa will call her a gentle child who has the right to choose her future. She's like, nah, I'm taking care of her. Y'all are... You know, no messing around. Amiya. Let me sleep. Where are we? Doctor? The doctor's here. Wake up, sleepyhead. You're almost home. Home? In her half-awake state, Amiya feels a warm fingersy brush her cheek. That tickles. Don't do that. Whoa. Who are you? I'm Theresa. Theresa, the doctor talked about you. Oh? What did the doctor say? I don't remember. I was having a great carrot cake at the time, though. Nice. Oh, I just had carrot cake yesterday. Nice. I'm taking custody, yeah, basically. Theresa should smell nice. Be really warm and sweet. What about now? Is she as you imagined her? Yeah, smells good, warm, and sweet. Doesn't smell like carrots, though. Not fully awake, I see. Will you come home with us, Amiya? Home? Yeah, okay. Liquid news secure. Outside Rhodes Island of Babel, Kazdel. What up? The tiny Kata sleeps soundly in Theresa's arms, leaning against her neck. She pats Amiya on the back and turns towards the doctor, who's clearly tired. Thank you, Theresa. I didn't expect you to come pick us up personally. Looks like you're not quite all-knowing, Doctor. You have much to learn when it comes to childcare, at least. Sure enough. You look different from when you left, Doctor. How was the journey? I saw a lot and learned a lot. There are plenty of interesting things on this great land. I also met Amiya. It was a miracle that I was able to save her. Amiya. She's even cuter than your letter said. Poor girl, but fortunate in some way. Her condition is getting worse. I need to bring her in for treatment. How has Babel been, in the time that I was away? Not quite smooth sailing. We have a lot to deal with, but not everything seems to be handled right away. You must be tired after your journey. Get some rest. Thank you, Theresa. Amiya, we're home. Doctor? Did I fall asleep? Oh, Amiya, you're awake. Why don't you calm down? Theresa will get tired if he has to keep holding you. Oh, a contrast between Doctor and Theresa's color scheme. Good point. I didn't think of that, but yeah, that might be. Amiya nods and jumps down from Theresa's arms. Will you hold my hand, Amiya? Doctor. It's alright. Theresa is my friend. You can trust her. You'll be spending a lot of time with her from now on. Okay. Is this Babel? Yes. It's so big. Even bigger than those mining plates. So this is where you used to live. I spent a long time here. A very long time. Is this your home? Yes, Amiya. This is the doctor's home. Right, Doctor? Yes. It's your home now, too. Will you let us help the doctor take care of you? Alright. I'll go wherever the doctor goes. Whoa. Nice. They stepped onto the elevator, and the Babel logo appears before their eyes. The heavy door opens to welcome them in. Sensing Amiya's unease, Theresa puts a hand on her shoulder. What's behind the door? People waiting to welcome you, and the doctor. Are you sure about taking me and the girl in, Theresa? Why shouldn't I be? I'm glad to have more people calling Babel their home. Many here don't know you though, so I'm sure you'll be busy for the next few days. How should I present myself? Good question. You should talk to Kazdel first. She's been waiting for you. Tell her your concerns, your questions, and the secrets in your heart. She will be very sad if you didn't. You could have... If you really want the King of Sarkas to reveal the thoughts that you're loath to tell, I will. But I can tell you're still wavering. Let's go, Amiya. Doctor, we'll go to her. Alright. Interesting. A lot of different music in this event. Really like it. Amiya. You're Amiya, aren't you? Yeah. Kazdel crouches down and gives the girl a candy. Thank you for protecting the doctor throughout your journey, Amiya. Thank you, Dr. Kazdel. Will you fetch Theresa? We need to do some checks on you. Will they hurt? A little, but the doctor's letters called you a brave girl. Will the doctor be with me? Of course. The doctor has some things to do first, though. It's alright, Amiya. Just wait for me here in the ward, and I'll be back very soon. Okay. You'll need to do a full checkup later too, Doctor. Alright. Doctor. Yes? Do you plan on leaving again? No. I think I've traveled enough. If you made up your mind, I'll respect your decision. If nothing else, you're concerned about Amiya's health, even though she was a complete stranger to you. There is no fundamental difference between these new lives and us. There you go. I'm glad. Glad that you chose hope in the end. Welcome back, Dr. Aren. What are you doing, AK? I mean... It is still a Sarkas event, so you know. There's bound to be something. How's Amiya? Blood originium levels are high. Currently available inhibitors are not sufficient to stabilize her condition. We need to develop new drugs. I need time and resources. We need to cook, Theresa. Babels are yours to use, Doctor. We are happy to share our research in neuropathy with you. What can I help you and Kazdel with in exchange? This is not a transaction. It's one of the core missions of Babel, to do everything in our power to help everyone suffering from neuropathy. Since the day that Kazdel woke you up, I was convinced that you will help with all of this, just as you helped Amiya. Thank you. Now, perhaps I have a chance to ask you this question, Doctor. How do you view this land, Terra? I don't think it's my place to judge. There is no such thing as a superior or inferior civilizations. It took a long and hard journey for Terra to evolve where it is today. Add to that the sick joke that Originium has played on life. You said that Originium did not develop the way you expected. It wasn't supposed to bring such suffering. Almost in your dream. I sense that you are keeping secrets, but there's nothing false about the sorrow coming from deep within your heart. A sorrow that I can't understand. I want to fix this mistake, but I am powerless to do so. At the end of the day, civilizations largely progress in similar ways. It all comes to an inevitable endpoint, however bright its light shines at its peak. But Kazdel said you didn't give up hope, even in your final days. I have many friends, even in those last days, who face difficulties far greater than you can imagine, with courage and hope that is every bit your equal. But they failed and faded away, without exceptions. We haven't known each other that long, Theresa. I want to know, why do you do all this? What is the end that Babel seeks in compromising with the military commission? There's something I want to show you, Doctor. We had to ask you about the Originium sooner or later. That's why Kazdel woke you up. Please, come and see the results of my brief time at work. Oh, let's see it. Catastrophe. We are almost there. This place is barren, even by the standards of a catastrophe-heavy region. But Closure has spent time and effort to maintain this dangerous little trail. A forked trail in the midst of Originium formations. You are not keeping any fewer secrets than I am, Theresa. We are a medical company, yeah. Classic. A king of Sarkas has to have a few secrets, right? Don't tell anyone what you see here. Oh? A long trek through the Originium field wasteland leads to a small garden. In the heart of a catastrophe, amidst the ruins, on a nameless plain that neither night nor the stars can find. Tiny white specks mark this little sanctuary, isolated from the rest of the world and the wild lands around it. Even the wind seems softer here. It is a forgotten greenhouse that harkens back to a time in the distant past, when the land was still pure and untainted. Like when man stole fire from up above and lit up a corner of the night sky. Theresa picks up a white flower. This place represents the cutting edge of Babel's and my research into Originium. Flowers? No, Originium. I'm sure you understand it's not Originium arts that made these flowers bloom. The information inherent in Originium. The reversal of the assimilated universe. The what? You've already come this far? When did... Now Rhodes understands Originium better than the Sarkas. Still, what we know is merely the tip of the iceberg compared to the entirety of Originium. I mean, the Witch King got pretty close too. Even with Kazdel helping us understand the nature of Originium, the farthest we have gone is transforming a palm-sized piece of active Originium into this. Garden. Hope. This little flower is my small contribution. I need your help, Doctor. I want to see the day when flowers cover the cliffs and valleys of Kazdel, and all the lands beyond. It's a future worth taking risks for. You've seen how Kazdel has been mired in war for its entire history, Doctor. Right now, at least, I want to use the power of Originium to create a home for Kazdel, where people can live in peace, safe from war and invasion. In the more distant future, if we're able to fully harness it, we'll be able to change the entire face of Terra. If catastrophes don't bring rain of Originium, but soft, fluffy clouds, if the infected no longer suffer the pain of rocks growing out of them, I don't suppose there's anyone who will have such an absurd dream. You're different from other Sarkas, Theresa. Flowers that cover the entire land. What a picture of life that will be. Thinking of something. Billy Bob Joe, welcome in. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Oh, everyone just saying hi, okay. I thought you had something to say about this whole thing, because dang. It's a lot. Let's see. Doctor? Why? Why this flower? Oh, there's no particular reason. I just happened to come across it outside the valley when I was looking for a good place for my experiments. A pure coincidence. Kelsey said it had a name. Snow in Summer. But it's adapted to changes over the years. Perhaps we could give it a new name. What do you think, Doctor? A new path is opening up. I don't suppose there's anyone else with such an absurd dream. I mean, if they are not lacking something in Terra, it's people with absurd dreams, yeah. A new path is opening up. Oops. Oh. What the? A path to self-destruction. What? Can you hear me, Theresa? I'm listening. I was giving the doctor a tour for urgent news from Kazdel. It concerns Victoria. What the? Really? Right away? Okay. Honestly, this event might recontextualize the whole Victoria arc. That might make it so I enjoy it a little more, at least. Okay, so that was before and after for those. Let's keep it going. Blessed 1091. Here we are. Victoria time. Your Highness, Theresa, Regent of Kazdel, Commanding General of the Military Commission. Wandering scholars have brought back tales of a new nomadic city on the rise in the distant desert. The fires of the ancient furnace continue to burn, and the once shattered mercenaries have flocked to one banner, to the city walls that grow taller by the day. Your strength and reputation have caught the attention of the Duke of Cavendish. Excuse me. You have changed the way we view the Sarkas tribes. Perhaps now is the time to set prejudices aside and engage in sincere sharing and cooperation that will be beneficial to us both. I, the Duke of Cavendish, hereby invite you to visit my how do you say that? Wait. Gosh, I can Google it. The man, right?
Domain.
Domain. Like domain? I guess. There we go. Where we may sit and parley. Our venerable empire has use for you and your brave warriors. Huh. Winter 1091. Okay. Keep advancing slowly. One more time. I have to do this. No point talking about curing neuropathy if I can do something so simple. Ugh. Still no good. Excuse me, why don't you put that med kit down, sorry. Leave this stuff to us. Alright. Is he getting weaker? Sometime in the gym will do you good once you've recovered. Oh, gotcha. At present, there is no way for you to match the physical prowess of a Terran through training. Your talents are better employed outside of manual labor. I know, it's just that, you know, I have my pride too. You've looked quite on edge since that day. I'm thinking about Theresa. Traveling alone to a city under enemy control isn't the most logical course of action for a leader. The warriors with her may be outstanding, but there's not enough to protect her in the face of an entire army. Trying to do a push-up, yeah. What? I don't know. The King of Sarkas enjoys unimaginable status. What? Enjoys unimaginable, yeah. In Sarkas tradition, and Theresa's own achievements are well recognized. The military commission will not act rashly. Well, won't they? But Victoria's invitation to Kazdel cannot be taken as a sign of goodwill. It means that Terra's power have once again set their sights on Kazdel. Theresa needs to go to Kazdel and make it clear that she will not permit Kazdel to become embroiled in another war. Even if I know how the military commission and Babel came into being. In my understanding, the Sarkas can hardly afford an internal conflict that could drain them of what little resources they have left. They have enough to deal with us as is. They have a complicated history, and that brings different attitudes towards outsiders. The Sarkas people have a right to choose the path that they believe is correct. Theresa's or Theresa's. Looks like we've got a lot to deal with besides our apathy. There's a big difference between knowing and understanding, I guess. Looks like there's much I still need to learn about the history of Terra. This time, you'll be the one to guide me, Kaltzit. Of course. All we can do right now is make sure that the Eurypathy patients at Rhodes Island have access to proper treatment. Oh. What the heck? Yeah, what's going on? An attack? Now? Oh yeah. For this, Her Highness has set out. Listen up, we exalt only Her Highness. Destroy Babel, and she will return to the embrace of Kazdel. If we're branded traitors, so be it. But the region must not be hindered at this crucial juncture. Kazdel will take back all that we have lost. May the Sarkas be united as Her Highness wills. Well, here we go. Kinda betrayal, God? I don't know. Will you take that? Scar Market Kazdel. It's more like Sarkas operate on so many levels, so many layers of betrayal that, you know, you don't even know what is and what isn't. Her Highness is coming. Her Highness? Her Highness? The one who's still on the run? His or her, it's not your place to talk crap. Say, did you take that job? Wouldn't pass up an opportunity like this if it's the last thing I did. Londinium, that den of scum. They say the columns in the feline palace are covered in gold, and the nobles walk on floors paved with glowing stones. Sarkas expletive. Capital of a great empire. A commission from a Grand Duke. There's gonna be so much money. What do you even do with money in somewhere like Kazdel? What? It's been a while, Ascalon. Oh, sorry, Laz. Scar, yeah. It's been so long since you last visited. Why not sit down and catch up for a bit? You're sending mercenaries to Londinium. No. I must object to that accusation. People just follow the money, and it leads to what the region has provided in Londinium. You're dragging Kazdel into another war. Dragging Kazdel into another war. Have you been fooling around with those dreamers of Babel for so long that you've forgotten what it means to be a Sarkas? Since when have the Sarkas been apart from war? The giant's hand lunges forward. Ascalon is surprised to find that she cannot avoid his fist. Seeing the future is hard. Seeing through what you will do next, less so. Do you think you were the child of destiny? So special that you could bridge the rift between the siblings? Think back to the day when you saw them for the first time. Right. Yeah, this. When you skinned that young mangler and followed the trail of blood through the wilderness, until you walked into a storm and met the King of Sarkas. How did I know? Are you surprised, Escalon? I mean, you will be a little, even knowing that you have the skill. I saw the prophecy and led the tribe on the waste into the storm that day with game. You happen to be the one who lived. No one truly understands prophecy. No one can interfere with the future. But I wanted to catch the tail of fate. I wanted to make prophecy. Theresa didn't kill you. Instead, he kept you and raised you. Maybe he wanted to tempt fate. But you never changed. In all these years, you're still that poor, lost child on the waste. Not really. Have patience, Ascalon. You are not a threat to me yet, and I have higher hopes for you than this.
Master said, your blade points at all the enemies of the Sarkas.
Theresa has raised you to be a deathmonger, yet you understand less about him than the warmonger like me. Do you think Theresa will be content to be some puppet for those dukes? Spare your breath, if you don't know the full extent of his plan. I'm curious, how will you stand before Theresa? He was sitting in the room behind me right now. You're simply repeating the words of others, on behalf of the one behind you.
Oh, hello. I'm here. You seem to have put a lot of thought into this war.
Sure seems. Yep.
How many hostiles?
Exact numbers unclear. We've detected hostiles both in front of and behind us. A lot of them.
Whether it was Theresa's intention or not, the other generals of the military commission seem intent to crush Babel while Theresa is absent. That way, the Sarkas won't have a choice.
How many combat personnel do we have? The best soldiers went into negotiations with Her Highness. A good part of the remaining ones have been assigned to the supply convoys. We only have less than 1/3 of our normal force.
At the very least, we need to break through the roadblock ahead.
Calls it. I'll take command.
Doctor?
If, as you said, this attack was launched by only a few members of the military commission, then they're undoubtedly planning to get this done in one go. We can't let them set the pace. Find out where their lines are thin, disrupt the rhythm, and we'll be safe. Have you fought a war before, Doctor? Not the flesh and blood kind, but I've been trained. I'm able to reconstruct the battlefield as a computable data module. Take the front line, Calcit. I know you'll be able to protect us.
Of course.
Dang. Would be funny if every stage before this one was just autoplay. And then this one, because it's the Doctor taking over, you actually play through it. That would be some pretty exaggerated, like, connection to the story, but I don't know, would have been funny. Welcome to the Scar Market, Your Highness.
Things must be busy here lately.
No need going against the will of the many, am I right, Your Highness?
The voices of the few are worth respecting, too. Many know nothing of what's happening in the lands beyond. Their lives will be turned upside down. They'll be without a home once again.
Yeah, that was when he mentioned the data module. Yeah, that's gotta be it, because it's said to be all simulation, the way that we see them. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the idea, which is really cool. I'm just a humble merchant. My business only stretches so far. Mercenaries seek to sell their lives. I seek to make money. That's why I always respect the position of my big clients.
Then I'll talk to your biggest client, the one in the room behind you.
Yep, excuse me. Your Highness shall go no further.
Since when have you started meddling in the affairs of Kazdel, Scar-Eye?
All the more reason I can't let you go further.
Well...
Oh, sorry.
Please, don't make things difficult for Scar-Eye, Your Highness. You understand that there is only one way this can go. If you and the Regent come face to face here.
Confessarius. What up?
I beg Your Highness's pardon. Looks like you've made a decision.
Is this Theresa's position?
It is.
He has decided to abandon our city?
Not abandon. Take a step forward. To go on a long expedition away from home. That's all. You have made us stagnant. We want to progress.
Progress, yes. The Confessarius is right. I still remember when you and the General Theresa came here for the first time. Even fate itself stepped aside for the two of you, when you stood together. But look at the people here now, when Kazdel is divided. You can still command any Sarkas to your will as their king. You could kill all of us who stand here right now. But why not ask them if they're still willing to follow your dream? The bustling Scar Market has lost its usual commotion. Scattered mercenaries stow their weapons and stand with heads bowed in reverence. In their eyes is silence,
but the King of Sarkas hears their voices, the voices of their hearts, clearly. Uncertainty, excitement, desire, anger. Most of you have made up your minds. Then, there is no point for me to try to stop you. One of the Sarkas suddenly kneels. He has not changed his mind. He has not turned away from the temptation of Theresa's plan. He simply feels a sense of guilt toward Theresa, one of the 6 heroes, their king who rebuilt Kazdel. Kneel if you feel you should. Neither General Theresa's nor Lord Scarai will fault you. Me, I will kill you after this. This ancient gesture signifies more than just fealty. I'm more familiar with its other meaning. Penitence. Whoa, what did she say? Wait, I gotta take a screenshot of that at least. Huh. Oh, is his name? Have you found the meaning of your name? Not yet, Your Highness. Then forgive their sins as you must forgive yours. Theresa and I will carry all your sins. Hold up. As you bid. I bow to you, King of Sarkas. You can say that on TV? In millennia of Sarkas history, it has always been an honor for warriors to go to war with their kings. They have tasted struggle and glory, picked themselves up from the bloodied soil. For the King of Sarkas always stood in front of them, never abandoning their people. Where the kings point, that is where home is, where cities will emerge from the earth. Now, though, they have abandoned their king. I promised a home of peace and safety, where Sarkas will be forever free from war. Before I set foot here, I had a sliver of hope that perhaps some will follow me. But I saw fire in their eyes. I saw the city that none of you had seen with your own eyes burning. The ancient city comes in many shapes and forms in your eyes. A city of desire, a city of hatred, a city of wealth, a city of glory. You all believe you will plunder what you have longed for in the unfamiliar land. That's why I changed my mind. I decided to see Kazdel's bravest warriors off. Kazdel will embark on a path of conquest for the first time in many years. I honor you, even though I never wanted you to take this step. You answered Theresa's call and dove into yet another campaign of hatred. Death awaits you far away from home. But you still choose to leave your home and go to Londinium. The sorrowful King of Sarkas walks among her people, who bow their heads to avoid her gaze. Yet their determination does not waver, even if it means defying the king. We are going. Voices rise and fall, as though the warriors are singing an elegy for themselves as they go to death. We exalt your highness, but we cannot follow you anymore. The regent promises the Londinium will be a new start. There lies the Sarkas' future. There lies our future. Take care of yourselves, my warriors, even if you will never return to Kazdel. The white figure passes through the parted crowd. The king's people are unmoved by her words. They no longer follow the king they once exalted. The other possibility for her people, a home full of flowers that she strived to build, did not come in time for the Sarkas. He's like, yeah, you know, you can save them if they don't want to be saved. From what she was saying, yeah. General, you knew this day will come. What do you think? Hesitate, and all we've worked for will be for naught. Her Highness did not hesitate. Neither should we. Make your preparations then, Manfred. Do not forget the feelings that burn within you, here and now. No matter what they are.
Man. Yeah, exactly. I'm more sad to see Theresa join Theresa's in the present. Secret entrance of Scar Market, Kazdel. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what her plan is here.
No need to be down, Nazcalan. More will join us when Babel grows strong enough to provide shelter for more people.
We're being followed. Your Highness! Whoa, what the?
Wait, Ascalon, she's not hostile.
Whoa, that was a hard hit. Is that a sleep blade? Anyway, Your Highness, I would like to live with you, if that's okay with you.
Thank you. What's your name?
Yeah, okay.
Julie. A nice name. One that's not often used by mercenaries. Did you make it up yourself? No, I don't have a name. Someone else gave it to me. She says having a name gives one a sense of belonging. She's right. Why not follow the rest of them to Londinium? I've had enough of fighting. She says Your Highness will bring about a life where we don't have to fight anymore. That's why I came to check it out for her. I wanted to challenge you before deciding whether to go with you, but I didn't even have the guts to raise my sword when you stood before me. You're a strong warrior, that's for sure. I wouldn't say that about myself when I'm standing in front of you. At least, I can be sure that she wasn't playing me for a fool when she said you were once a great hero of Kazdel. A reason so simple it's hard to believe. The red-haired mercenary scratches her head. Well, I guess I like the way you talked just now. Not sure I understood most of it though. Where's your friend? She can come too. She's already here, her sword and her clothes. Maybe a little loose-fitting though. She was a strong warrior. Felt a little like this one over here. I'm a little something of a tailor myself. I go hem it up for you. There's no need. I'm used to it. Let's go then, Julie. One moment, please, Your Highness. There are other mercenaries here who want to go with you. Theresa looks towards the dark exit of the Scar Market and sees a swaying speck of flame. One speck becomes two, two become three, and many more emerge from the darkness. The first torch-carrying mercenary steps into the sunlight and sees the white figure standing on top of the hill. He points forward and walks towards Theresa without looking back. More and more follow him, lined seemingly without end. Just because we're used to battle doesn't mean we're willing to bury ourselves in campaign with no end in sight. If there's another way to live, many of us are willing to take it. I heard some people are secretly recruiting the willing in Kazdel. There may be some there ready to join us, although the journey through the wilderness will be a tough one. I'll make arrangements. Let's go, Julie. We have a lot to do. There are plenty of people for us to house after all.
Interesting. What up, Doctor? You're back.
They've retreated. Outstanding work, Doctor.
Oh, okay. There was no, fight in the middle of that? Weird. Who? A group of medics hurry through the corridor, carrying several stretches. Kelsey turns to block them from the doctor's side.
The enemy was essentially making suicide attacks. It was inevitable that there will be casualties as we broke through. We lost fewer than we had any right to expect.
How many did we lose?
There was nothing wrong with how you commanded the operation. You don't need to be involved in the cleanup. Dr. Kalsit, we're running low on plasma. I'll deal with coordination and surgery.
Call. The medics have already gone. The doctor is not sure whether the terrifying scene just now was a figment of the imagination, but the smell of blood simply will not go away. A sense of dizziness. I am able to reconstruct a battlefield as a computable data module. But it's not numbers that fight a war. Living, breathing people are fighting for their survival.
How long has it been since I... Doctor. What up, Scout? First time seeing the blood and gore? You could say that. We didn't have so many lives to waste in the wars I fought in the past. Treat yourself to a sweet drink. It will make you feel better. I speak from experience. It's all thanks to your command that we were able to triumph against overwhelming odds. Are your battles always like this? No, this was one of the easy ones. I'll gladly entrust my life to you, if it means our future battles will be so easy. Is war really the only way? You're not the first to ask the question. But this attack is only a sign of things to come. No one knows what the future holds. I have great expectations of you, our tactical genius. The history books will record that the two Sarkas rulers declared war on each other in the winter of 1091, causing open hostilities to break out between the... hostilities. Causing open hostilities to break out between the military commission and Babel. For the Sarkas themselves, however, the civil war had begun in 1086, when isolated conflicts started to escalate rapidly. The 2 centuries of peace that Kazdel had enjoyed had come to an end. Well, more or less peace. But I guess, yeah, peace amongst each other. Dang. Alright. As before, let's keep it going. Winter 1092. Border battlefield, Kazdel. Whoa. Those rampaging Vtubers, are they migrating? The Vanguard never stood a chance. All those who didn't get out of the way in time were... those soldiers, moving in perfect coordination without exchanging a word. None of that was in the intel. That's not what we need to worry about. Whoa, what the heck? Ursula? I'm the ranking officer now. All survivors, form up and retreat immediately. These supplies are crucial. It will be a hard winter without them. Yes, ma'am. But how did things go so wrong even though we made our move early? Did our informant... The intel was good. We were delayed by the mercenaries transporting the supplies. They upped the price on the spot. I've dealt with them. This is why I hate mercenaries. Another coincidence. It's not a coincidence if it keeps happening over and over again. We've had way too many setbacks lately. Focus. Babel forces must be... Wait, hell... Oh, see a scout. A flash of whites and a hole appears in the soldier's forehead. They cannot even tell where the attack is coming from, in the noise of the Vtubers stampede. Stampede, yeah. Ponexual? I don't know, yeah, it happens. Leave the supplies behind, and you may leave unmolested. You have been warned. Without warning, Ursula hears a cold, coarse voice in her head. He's dead. We need to withdraw. Did you hear that voice? Just a bluff. Keep your head low and stay with me. Don't get separated. Stick together if you want to live. We need to get those supplies back. As for the Vanguard, we're in no position to think about them. Thanks, Scout. They're retreating. I suppose nabbing the supplies isn't so easy after all. Be patient and follow the doctor's instructions. The chairman has said that the priority is to minimize casualties. I know, Mantra. Oh, I heard of Mantra. Mantra's lips are closed, but Scout can hear her voice clearly in his head. She's the perfect coordinator for Babel's covert operations, and a shadow that eats away at the enemy's sanity. The enemy vanguard has been scattered by the herd. The survivors have fled into the woods. The enemy's actions were spontaneously unplanned. They have known that we decrypted their communication, but the deployment succeeded nonetheless. We can leave the rest to Ascalon. Ascalon will not fail. Neither will we. You're absolutely right. We should get some rest, Mantra. Talking takes a toll on you. No need to worry about the follow-up. We have the doctor.
Dang. So the doctor, yeah, just kept commanding.
Who directed this operation? Evil spirits again? Just what is the commander? Which royal court does it come from?
Excuse me.
If it can do this to us, it can do it to you too. Why would you sell your soul to something like that?
I'm getting out of here alive. You know, famous last words. Insert joke about the hair can talk. There you go. Sorry, couldn't see my... Yeah, there we go. My audio levels. The mercenary hears breathing in the darkness not far away and swings his sword without hesitation.
Got you!
Oh, yep.
Ugh. You're wounded too. You think you could kill me and walk away alive? Get out of my way or I'll kill you, if it's the last thing I do.
You're not taking Marcel's things. He's going home.
Home? Home is Kazdel. You traitors to Kazdel.
The mercenary keeps swinging his sword at Oda, who only passively blocks with his hammer. Just casually. The mercenary's involvement slows down, and his breathing grows weak.
Babel, morons.
Wasn't it the military commission who betrayed Kazdel? Relax. He's dead. Be more decisive next time, Oda, and there will be fewer injuries. The entire squad is dead. They should have died in an honorable death, tormented by fear. This is not the right time to show mercy. Bring Marcel. Our mission is finished. You remember his name? I remember everyone in Babel, the living and the dead, the one who had names, the ones who didn't. I could have saved them. It's just hard to raise your weapon against your own kin, even if it's to avenge Marcel. Your father died in the chaos of the city. Have you ever thought about seeing vengeance for him? Oda takes a deep breath. I hate the people who killed them, but vengeance doesn't change anything. Classical idea. Rational, righteous, human. What if your vendetta is with a cold-blooded deathmonger, with hands soaked in blood? Didn't she? Yep. That's what I was thinking. Will you say you kill for justice and your ideals without a hint of hatred? I'm not sure. Do you regret killing mercenaries who threaten Babel, Ascalon? No. Then I won't either. Even if it means I have to... What up? Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying silly things again. Don't mind me. I'm not important at all. No. All Babelites are important to Her Highness. Babelites? Time to go back. Yeah, pretty silly choice of words. I mean, maybe she knows, right? Makes sense that she will recognize the connections, I guess. Rhodes, Island of Babel, Kazdel. Yep.
What are you here for? I've already said it many times. It was my own decision to betray Her Highness. It had nothing to do with the military commission, and I'm not an informer for them. You want to execute me? Make it quick.
Yo, Ace. Let's go. Rare Ace moment.
I'm not here to torture you. I brought some wine. I don't need it. Are you sure? This is Victorian fruit wine, not some lousy swill. What are you here for? To catch up about old times? We have nothing to talk about. I know Scout's hiding something from me. And Scout will be too, because she knows we know each other. But I can make a pretty good guess why you wanted to kill the doctor. Be my guest. You're not a sore loser. You're unhappy because the doctor is an outsider. Everyone wants Babel and the military commission to get along. You believe that Dr. Kalsir and the doctor have widened the rift, rather than mended it. Good guess. Now get out. I'm an outsider too, and I'm still fighting for the Sarkas to this day. You...
The wine. You're drinking out of your hat? Do you see a wine glass in this cell? You'd have brought one. Ugh. What happened to the rest of your team? Let's see. The one with the spear, the caster, the one with the shield who's sitting here right now, a medic, and a sniper? Skull Spear, White Smoke, Grey Sun, Stross, Walnut, Kong, Herb. Herb. So the sniper's name was Herb. He's dead. Let bygones be bygones. All good fighters. If I ever get to mentor the young, I'll raise them to be that kind of fighter. Selfless, honest, cautious about picking a side, but committed once they've made their choice. Yep, no betrayals. Ha! How sentimental. Do the Sarkas hate outsiders in Babel that much? Fools like you who will give your lives for Her Highness wouldn't understand. Babel might be changing certain things, but it's meaningless. It's not fast enough, and its reach is not far enough. Her Highness did not have her hands tied. She didn't need to waste her time. The Doctor helped Chairman Theresa a lot. In what capacity? A researcher? A military commander? Both. Even though the Doctor killed so many Sarkas, the more people like that, the longer the war will drag on. Her Highness' achievements are grand. She solved problems all her life, taking care of the needs of generations, and now she leads the fights against oropathy. But what's happening now? We're fighting the military commission, fighting our own. That's not part of our vision. No, I almost forgot. You're a mercenary, but you're not a Sarkas mercenary. True enough. I only came to Babel because I was with the others. I got involved in this because most of my people were Sarkas. Oh, White Smoke is dead too. Why bring her up now? I thought maybe there was something going on between you two. Doesn't matter, she's dead. She died in the presence of Chairman Theresa. Damn, now I'm starting to envy her. What happened? Ambush. Only the two of us survived, but she lost her legs to an art strap. I had to drag her through the mud. That's when we ran into Chairman Theresa. Well, we ran into the Doctor first. Ha! The evil spirit showed up on the battlefield personally? Believe it or not, I thought I was looking at a Lateran priest when I saw the Doctor in the distance. Huh? The Doctor was praying with a black hood bowed low, next to the glowing Sherman. Wasn't even kneeling or doing any sort of ritual, just gazing silently into the distance with Chairman Theresa. That evil spirit you're talking about, Doctor, it's not some heartless monster. The Doctor is torn, wandering in solitude, and still in the end, chose to bring victory to Babel. So you came to preach? You're trying to guilt-trip me? Get out and take your bloody wine. Do you think I would? No, you're not that naive. Has a decision been made? Yes. Death sentence? The Doctor and Chairman Theresa had reservations. The Doctor calls it, and most of the fighters who participated in the operation won't have it any other way. What about you? Your betrayal cost us dozens of lives, brother. This time, I'm with Dr. Calcit. More wine. You just spilled the last of it. Are you gonna be doing it? Yes. No need to burden Scout. He's tough on the outside but tender inside, and I don't want to hand you over to anyone else. I came to tell you, brother, that even though you did something stupid, Babel will remember your name. We'll keep fighting, keeping your warning and reproach in our hearts. Train some promising young ones while you still can. Decent ones like you don't live long. Guess so. See you again, when the Sarkas can finally live in peace. Yeah, he's the goat. The traitors and spies have been executed. Royal Court spies. They really have a lot of problems in their tribe. Good work. What about the unit that entered the war zone?
Scouts report that they blocked key passages leading out to the mountains after attacking Babel positions. The general did not order this. Was it someone from a royal court? Or a Syracusan plot? Unlikely. Reports indicate no particular bloodline characteristics to the witchcraft, and little effort was made to cipher communications. It's a rabble. May I speak frankly, sir? The unit may be rough. Rough, yes. But they just happened to cram Babel in with the catastrophe. Isn't that a good thing for... Oh, yeah, isn't that a good thing for us? What about the other commanders and mercenary captains? Watching the show, of course. Waiting to see if the enemy chooses to surrender or die at the hands of the catastrophe and the ruffians. I wouldn't overthink it if I were you, sir. You've shown as much mercy as you possibly could by ordering that we pull out of the valley and leave an opening for them. Who knows? Maybe some of my family are in that catastrophe. I've gotten over it. Syracusa mentioned. Again, let's go. You don't care? I'll try not to. Damn. This is after, right? Just checking. Yeah, it is after. Okay. Rhodes Island of Babel. Kazdel. What up, Ace? Sorry I'm late. So? No need to start from the beginning. Ace was called on short notice. Just follow Mantra's instructions. Go ahead. We don't have much time. Emergency? I'll keep going then. We have 2,500 souls in the catastrophe radius. Mostly medics, infected civilians, prisoners, and injured mercenaries. The scale of the catastrophe is larger than the catastrophe messengers predicted. It's currently expected to affect 5 outposts, 3 key passages, and a field hospital repurposed from an abandoned town. They have almost made it out of the catastrophe radius when their path was cut off by mercenaries. Dropping medics, wounded and civilians to die in a catastrophe. Is Manfred willing to go to such lengths these days? It's not his style. The 3 military commission units have retreated from the forest, even leaving a humanitarian corridor open in one of the canyons. The military commission has casters on the cliffs, ready to annihilate any armed unit that attempts to pass through. But they are not trying to hide what they're doing, and they're not doing anything we didn't expect. Titan Sharp are 5-star units you can get during IS from... Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. These mercenaries are different. They came out of nowhere, attacked our positions, destroyed important roads and bridges, and polluted several water resources in the mountains with originum explosives. There seems to be no reason with their actions. Oh, you mean you can unlock them for the run? Or you can actually unlock them as playable? Because at first I thought you meant as playable, but I think you mean for the run, right? Because I think I have played as either Sharp, I don't know if Pith, but yeah. Who's their employer? We're still looking into it, but based on what little intelligence we have, it's very likely that they're rogue. Yeah, only during the runs, right. Revenge. A last gasp struggle after being abandoned by Theresa. Instigation by another country. Anything's possible. Yeah, kinda rough to, launch a civil war while you're also on a war with another, like, invading another land, Doesn't seem very smart. But I guess they do be durable. Doesn't matter. I'll find out who their leader is and kill them. Without a leader, a band of aimless mercenaries is just a useless rabble. You go save those people. We'll regroup back at the base. I'll leave them to you then. One last message. Her Highness says this operation is not part of the campaign. We should be relieved. In a war that has become increasingly gridlocked, the opposing sides have a chance to work together for a common goal. Saving lives from catastrophe. Interesting. I mean, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Anyway, time for BB6. We're actually making progress. Yeah, because that was the before. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was the before, but just check. No, yeah, that's right. I said I even checked that it was the after. Yep.
Come on, there we go. I still don't know what the whisper is. Look, up ahead. The bridge, it's been blown? How are we supposed to get across? Is there another path? The catastrophe cloud's still over our heads. We can't go any further. Not with the wounded and children. Whoa. Damn, the uranium crystal in the ground are starting to glow. Yeah, I can... I like how sometimes they use back-to-back, use the same NPC. They'll kill us before the catastrophe even has a chance. Although, I mean, this one has the Babel symbol, I guess. I don't know if the other had it. I'm assuming not, because it's a civilian, but yeah. We need to... we need to go. It's all original particles in the air. No medicine for more than a week now. All the injured, infected. Damn it. Jeez. What's that sound? What the? Did you just get hit by a lightning strike? No reinforcements from Babel yet? Then keep looking for a path. Don't come back until you do. The catastrophe cloud's fully reformed. Which damn unit attacked the hospital? Not even Skara is that crazy. Stick together. It's too late to try to get out of the catastrophe. We need to find some clean caves. Nothing with originum traces on it. Not even a little bit. Doing this to the wounded. Theresa, you piece of... Again. Mom, my legs hurt. Don't cry. Don't cry. We're almost home. No. It hurts. It hurts. Sound of children crying. The sound of conspiracy, of death, of struggling to survive. The catastrophe is deaf to all that, turning wind and snow into storm. Dang. A few figures stand on a distant cliff. The woman stands on the edge, peering silently into the distance. A merciless catastrophe, enemy soldiers blocking key passages, fleeing beasts, and the wounded and civilians with nowhere to run. Life echoes in the valley, reaching Mantra's ears. It is the sound of children crying. I hear it. Children are crying. Yes. Can we get another children crying in the next few lines? It's starting to snow. This isn't good. 2,313 children crying. All confirmed. Location and physical data log. Fewer losses than expected, but time's of the essence. Watching your art up close is always a remarkable experience, Mantra. Was the Jal in HR able to get you a few assistance? A shame. Message sent to all squads. Cave, 7 kilometers to the northeast. The children are there. But the military commission's drones have found us. I'll stay. You go. They don't want to face my squad head-on in this terrain. Just going to say hi. We'll try to take Manfred alive if he's leading them. Don't take unnecessary risks. Oh, Doctor here. Sorry I'm late. Operations in the CA area have concluded. Continue to carry out Mantra's plan. I'll provide support elsewhere. The priority is to help the civilians and wounded. Good timing, Doctor. Thanks. Mr. is distracting the military commission, but he needs help. Is this the part where I volunteer? Yes, Ace. Awaiting your orders. And... Theresa will go directly to the affected field hospital at the center to prevent further casualties. If all goes well, I'll meet you there. Whoa. Okay. So good to have a man like Ace around. Yep, just a real reliable guy. Explosion! Explosion! Move away from the glowing area. Back off. The original underground is being activated. Too late.
Fire stirred beneath the frozen earth, and blizzard brings with it the sparks of a catastrophe. Every breath seems to carry the weight of Altera, bringing it upon every individual soul.
It's always funny that 60 FPS. No, whoa, never mind.
The weight vanishes in an instant. They look up to see an astonishing sight.
Ugh! The explosion stopped? Snow floating in the air? Oh, it's straight up stopped. It's snow stopped straight up. Dang.
The snow crystals here are almost indistinguishable from Originum crystals. Control over them can be achieved with sufficient focus.
Your
Precise control over individual snowflakes is difficult, but it's not so difficult to hold a snowstorm off in an Originum-rich environment. Have you been paying attention in class, Aiden?
You're here! Or Pith, you're here! I thought I said you're here.
I can give you 10 minutes. Go back to the meadows at the bottom of the valley and head south. Scout will guide your path. Don't you remember what I told you? There are a lot of emergency precautions you can take in an Originum-dense environment, but you did nothing. Wait, you have acute neuropathy patients in your group. What are you thinking? Take the syringe. I'll do what I can. You have 10 minutes to get everybody in order.
But you...
Move it before the catastrophe fully forms. This area will be safe while I can dampen it for a bit. One more thing. I'm using several kinds of arts at the same time right now. I want to see an essay from all of you on my table by this weekend, explaining which schools these arts belong to. So you better damn well make it out alive.
Nice. I like Pith. It's me. Any instructions from Manfred? What is he doing? Huh? A real court high rank in amongst the Babel forces and refugees? Impossible. Look it up. Doubt there's anything to look up. Manfred probably made up the excuse on the spot. Even if they were there, they are Babel's prisoners now. Rescuing prisoners in the middle of a catastrophe is not part of the contract. But we have to do it anyway. Damn it, get Thorn Squad to check the blockade. Alright, 86 here. Hello? Hello? No response. Where did they go? It's no time for the shift change yet, is it? Wait. Isn't it a little too quiet? There were foul beast cries only moments ago. All the animals must have fled the catastrophe. It'll sweep through the place in 5 hours. There is no time to... Whoops. No time to what? It's no time to take a nap. Hand me the schedule. I said hand me the... Huh? Hey, where did it go? Where did you go? Hello? This is Squad 86. Anyone hear me? Anybody? What's going on? Somebody is... You called? Got him. 3 squads silenced. No alerts. The path is clear. Combat personnel, follow these coordinates. Medics, take the injured and follow the markings I've left. There's something I need to confirm. It's the military commission's frequency, alright. But these were scouts, not the rogue mercenaries that attacked their positions. Mission briefing, Strawberry. Just monitoring the retreat of the civilians. Manfred even lied to them that there was a royal court high rank here. Well, I guess I'll leave the rest to Ascalon. Too bad for them, I guess. Oh. Hello? Oh. Babel. Are you my death? Yeah, she is. You led the attack on Babel positions. Whose orders are you following? It's just doctors and infected civilians. The sword comes before she can finish her sentence. Something feels out of place. But Ascalon adjusts quickly. She has always been more familiar with the language of violence anyway. The sleeve blade is out of its sheath. Nice. What are you... What the... Huh? Did she just blow up? Bomb. You're crazy. Surrender. You have no chance.
Excuse me? It's me. I'm done. Sorry, couldn't take him alive. He blew himself up. Something's not right. He recognized me as Babel immediately, realized he was no match for me, and quickly chose to blow himself up. Don't mention the fact that he caught me by surprise. I'm normally decisive. Could be some experienced spy or... Wait. I found the pouch. It's undamaged. I must have cut it off. There's a Babel sleep badge and a military commission medal inside. It's not unusual for a mercenary working both sides of a war. And a piece of paper. Possibly personal notes. Most of it is illegible. The only thing I can make out is... They'll home. Forget it. Not important. I mean, might as well take it, but... Okay, fine. Never mind. Communications are out? Well, I guess the old stuff won't do it when a catastrophe is so close. Let's hope the other teams found a way out. Don't just stand there. Bring all the infected who can move over here. What's the point? It's not like they'll be able to get away from the catastrophe. Just do it. It's not like you have anything to lose, is there? And some of them are comatose. My condition isn't that far off from theirs. I'll end their suffering. Originium particles will spread when they die. I'll take the brunt of it. Take your bow, keep your distance, and finish the job. Hell no. Oh, what up? Hey, stay away from the infected. Julie will deal with them. Nah, I guess. Got it. Infected. You're just leaving them here like firewood. I'm not doing it because I want to. Is there any hope for them? No, just death. They'll turn to dust in 10 minutes or so. They could have been saved. Does living a little longer count as being saved? Yeah. Their conditions are too severe. If they don't die here, they'll die in some forgotten alleyway in Kazdel. I should have stayed in Sargon. Here, give them these suppressants. It'll at least relieve their pain. Where did you get these suppressants? No, who are you anyway? When did you get here? Don't move! Your ID code now, or I'll... Let the doctor pass. Oh, Theresa. Yellow. It's fine. Everything will be fine. You look familiar. Your Highness, how could you... We are right in the middle of the catastrophe. We are very grateful, but... You shouldn't have come. It's too dangerous. The white Sarkis appears on the battlefield without a sound, as though she has come out of nowhere. The crowd whispers amongst themselves. Is she truly the king of Babel, one of the living 6 heroes, the mother of Kazdel? Theresa simply nods at the confused and bewildered crowd. She kneels by the side of the infected. Your Highness, I'm sorry I came late. Too late to save your lives. I'm sorry I couldn't do enough. Please, don't. Theresa gently holds his hand in hers. The other infected, all the ones still conscious, those who have not fully given up on living, feel a little bit of gentle warmth. I'm listening, my children. I will remember how all of you lived and died. Forgive me that I could not promise you more, but for your family, children, friends, and comrades, there will come a day when they will no longer live in fear. Your life should have been so much more. Now, though, dream a warm dream. A dream that will come true. Sleep, children of Kazdel. Sleep in the warm embrace of home. Sleep. Thank you. The infected begin to glow with the colors of Originium. Tiny stones eat away at flesh and blood, transforming their lives and desires into fleeting sparks. Theresa holds their hands to the end, until shining dust rises towards the sky and is scattered by the wind, never to become stars upon the heavens. So, You can call me anything you like, even evil spirit if that's what you prefer. I don't mean that. It's just, this is the first time we've spoken to each other alone. You brought us many victories. I've had a hand in some. They also say you're an expert in Originium. An expert. Yet it's the first time I've seen infected die like this with my own 2 eyes. You're lucky. I never thought it would be so. Does living a little longer count as being saved? Never mind. It's time to go, Theresa. Right. But it's too late. Even if we leave now, and the military commission has set a trap for us. It'll be fine. Here they come, the goats. Let's go home. The military commission's after-action report writes, the king of Babel and her most trusted man led her people out of the valley. With a single touch, she parted wind, snow, and flames, gentle as a mother parts the bed curtains to put her child to sleep. Orchesters and crossbowmen observed the procession, but none dared take the first shot, nor keep the order to. The flowery report on Manfred's false intelligence earned an admonition from the commission, but no further discipline. Doctor, I heard about the operation. Doctor? There's something I want to ask, Kazdel. Go ahead. As a physician, is it saving a life when all you can do is stave off death for a little while? Unless it goes contrary to the patient's wishes, the duty of a physician is to save lives. That's what we've always worked to do. Sorry, she's spitting facts and I'm struggling here. Why do you ask? Looking at Namiya and the people around us makes me feel that you shouldn't have to deal with this kind of suffering. And Doctor, Kazdel, there you are. The intelligence meeting just ended. The unexpected catastrophe has led to a stalemate and some breathing room for us. The 2 of you need to get some rest. Especially you, Doctor. You've hardly slept since you've been back, right? I'm fine. Theresa glances at Kazdel, who seems to sigh wordlessly with her eyes. The King of Sarkas senses guilt and restlessness. It is not an easy thing to accept, watching so many infected turn to dust before one's eyes. Doctor, do you think all this is your fault? It is. I won't run from my responsibility, and I won't wallow in self-pity. I just need time to accept the present. I don't know if Originium is supposed to hurt a newborn civilization like this. But Originium is the only way to protect all life and existence. You're tired, Doctor. I'm grateful that you have chosen to bear the burden of these emotions for the sake of this great land. Your pain and struggle shows your kindness and ideals. I won't try to wipe them away. But we could share this burden, if you're willing. Theresa wants to hold the doctor's hands, perceive the doctor's guilt and anxiety feels so. She wants to help the doctor. But a tiny speck of noise echoes ominously in the king's mind. The doctor is rejecting me? Or is it... Sorry, Theresa, but this is not something you need to take on. No need to use civilized Eterna on me. It takes a toll on you two. There are more important uses for it. More important than helping someone who's given everything for us? Thank you. I mean it. You and Scout said we have some breathing room, right? I'll make dinner for us then. I learned it of misery. For future challenges. Nice. There you go. Alright. I think, because I'm standing, I'm gonna set up my desk to sit. I'm also gonna get a snack, so yeah, get something if you want as well. Get some stretches as well. Even though I'm standing, I still feel a little need to stretch. So anyway, I'll be back just a second. Don't know. Yeah, I'll just set up the BRB. There we go. It's not that. Hold on. Where am I? Where am I? I have so many things in OBS. Oh, there. Alright, see you in a second. Alright. Let's keep it going. So that was before. Just checking. Yeah, the fact that the way that the stages, even though it's cool, the way that they're laid out makes me a little... It's a little confusing, because I'm like, was I in the node that was down here? Or like, they're very close together. So it's hard to tell. But anyway, let's go to the after. What up, Duck? Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'm sitting now. Oops. A piece of Originium crystal lies quietly on the test table, glowing orange-yellow under the light. It looks pure, beautiful, harmless. Sitting mood yet? Priestess, what have we done? Sorry. I'm afraid not. It's impossible. Doctor, it hurts. Thank you. The doctor picks up the Originium crystal with one hand and stabs it into the other arm. Oh. It leaves a bloody gash on the arm, but nothing else. The pain grows distinct. Yet, it is not the pain of Originium infection. The instruments show the same. There is no sign of assimilation of Originium and cell. Originium won't infect me. Did we ever imagine that such pain will come? Right? How could you have known? What will you say about what's happening to this world? Originium. The last spark that we have passed on. It's working. It's several times more effective than existence suppressants. Amia's blood Originium crystal concentration has dropped significantly. But it's just a prototype. I haven't found a way to mass produce it on Terra yet. Doctor, I know you're experimenting on yourself, but you really don't look well. How can you see me? Just some research on blood. Originium doesn't infect me. We've had safety measures in place since it was just an energy project. Maybe this could be used to mitigate the symptoms of oropathy. And Theresa, she's not like you. Civilized Eterna has not some kind of powerful magic. She has simply created Originium arts in its most fundamental form, through the accumulation of a long legacy. With her help, we may be able to develop more advanced oropathy medicine that can be mass-produced. I'm more concerned about you right now, Doctor. I'm fine. If Originium has transformed you into beings identical to us, then there will be a way to create a serum in place of my own. No matter how complicated the present issues are, if Babel can develop an effective oropathy medicine, it will be more than just the Sarkas that support us. It will be all of Terra. Then we can foster a future with Originium, one that is peaceful, happy, and eternal. No, listen to me. Calcit grabs the doctor's arm. It is a lot thinner than she remembers. You have not relaxed for an instant. From Rim Billiton to the Sarka Civil War, I chose to wake you up in order to point the way of this civilization, one that surprised me at every turn. I don't want you to waste away now. You need to take care of yourself. Sorry. Right now, though, what I want to do most is alleviate Amia's pain. That's sweet, like all this for Amia. 3 months later. Rhodes, Island of Babel, Kazdel. I see you, Amia. You can come out. Doctor, am I interrupting anything? No, just curious how you got in there when I didn't hear the doors open. I found a lot of secret passages. Secret passages? Yeah. Closure said not to tell anyone, so I haven't. No wonder Dr. Calcit can find you for checkups. You've been hiding there all along. I promise I won't run away, if you go with me. Alright, I'll try to make the time. You've been really busy. Dr. Calcit said even she has hardly seen you lately. Whenever I see you, you're all by yourself, carrying a stack of papers, head down, walking from one end of a corridor to the other. If someone says hi to you, all you do is nod, then keep on walking without a word. Sounds like you're describing a really rude person. Sorry, Amiya. No, that's not what I meant. You just seem really happy. Why will you say that? Before we came to Rhodes Island, you were curious about everything. Cuddle up with the burden beasts at night, crouched down to look at tiny rocks in the mines, and went to pick fruit from peg beast tents. You enjoyed everything, even the things that didn't interest me as a kid. But now, whenever I talk to you about something fun, all you say is, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Amiya. But I came to talk to you about it to make you feel happy. Are you unhappy because I'm not getting better? It's not because of you, Amiya. This is about me. And you can hear noises outside the ship, can't you? Yes, like the huge drills in Rimbilliton. They're so noisy. Don't like them. Me, Theresa, Dr. Calcit. We all have a lot of things to do. It's not your fault. Alright. Do you have time today, Amiya? Yes. I want to go up the deck and see the clouds. It's going to rain. They have very interesting shapes, and I could talk for a long time if there was someone there to listen to me. Of course, but don't you have work to do? It's okay. I'll be done soon. Oh, nice. Amiya. If there comes a day when we cure our apathy, not just for you, but for all of Terra as well. When the day comes that Terrans no longer live in fear of Originium and catastrophe. Let's go on a journey again, to see the rest of this great land. This time, we'll bring Calcit, and Originium will become the light that guides the next civilization. All consciousness shall foster new hope in Originium until the end of time. Interesting. Oh, sorry. Fixing my mic. Doctor! It's okay. The doctor just passed out on the deck due to exhaustion. Thank goodness, it's not something serious. What about the wound on the doctor's arm? Trying to contract our apathy. The doctor tried many ways. Breathing in dust, exposure to Originium-dense environments, even a direct incision with active Originium. I tried to get the doctor to stop, and I asked Scout to do the same, but no one wants to see the doctor get hurt. Maybe the doctor is in more pain than we see on the surface. What about Amiya? Terribly frightened. She couldn't stop crying, or she wouldn't stop crying. It took a lot of effort to get her to sleep. This is a sculpture? A gift from a rescued infected to the doctor. Ace was the first to hear Amiya's cry. He carried the doctor back and left this behind. See, Doctor? You established connections with so many people. You're not alone. But what are you hiding that you wouldn't even tell Calcit or me? The doctor truly wants to help Amiya and Babel. I can feel that. But I also can't help but feel that the doctor leaves some thoughts unsaid. Some concerns, some doubts. I believe these sentiments were the results of such an abrupt awakening, and that they will go away in time. But they haven't. The doctor is being torn apart by these unsaid things, tormented by hesitation, pain, and guilt. I mean, that makes sense why he would, after losing his memory, he's a lot more chill. Perhaps I don't understand the doctor as well as I thought. Unlockable theories. Yo, that'd be cool. I don't know how to ease the doctor's pain, and if neither of us know what the doctor is thinking. Yeah, like in a way that we can actually see the 3D models. That'd be cool. And the doctor of Babel will always be alone, all the love and respect notwithstanding. Calcit, Yes. I will explain to the doctor in time. Theresa puts her hand on the doctor's forehead. Under the warm surface lies a past that she cannot fathom. Civilized Eterna. Ooh. Originium must rewrite all. Only there is their value in existence. So Originium was gonna be the device to restart civilization? Or restart the world as a whole? From the emergence of intelligent life to the lights in the cosmos and the maelstrom of the stars, Originium will continue to replicate and transform until even time ceases to exist. This is Originium? Originium. The first light before the Big Bang. She said that only by covering every inch of the land in Originium, only by returning matter and time, tide and wonder, light and wailing to the vast ocean of information, only then will we find change and advancement and the birth of faith that is the end. Even though it is not a transformation, but a death. It is not an extinction, but a continuation. When was this memory? The doctor's emotions, pain, hesitation, and fear. Who was that accompanying the doctor in despair? No, Kazdel said there was another. The growth of Originium is silent, beautiful, calm. All signs of life have been overgrown. Civilization has vanished from this land. But Theresa feels only fear and suffocation. The memory is trembling, collapsing. There is a force somewhere, trying to fix an error. The Originium in the memory continues to grow, even assimilating Theresa's consciousness. Theresa. Kazdel? Oh, yes. She was by my side. Theresa! She seems to see the doctor before her consciousness is fully absorbed by the nebulous Originium light. Theresa! Oh. Yeah. What happened, Theresa? What did you see? I saw Originium. It had assimilated the entire continent. The doctor felt pain and anxieties over it. Face. Was that the doctor's memory? No, a dream? Give me a hand, Kazdel. The feeling, the noise, and the wailing, Theresa. I told you that Originium once decided to the distant future of this land. There were two choices. We were too focused on tangible suffering, catastrophe, or apathy. Casting our eyes toward the future brought too much difficulty and too little meaning. The doctor chose one of them, the future that the doctor spoke of to me, personally. I could not forget that future the doctor described, never in all these years. But the other cold and empty thought has often shot up my spine in the middle of the night over the past 10,000 years. I cannot speak of it, but you can sense my anger with your power. That means that civilized Eterna exists outside of the boundaries of language. So, Theresa, if you saw a future that you're not willing to accept, I hope you, civilized Eterna, can change the course. Only you can. Interesting. If you saw the side of myself or the doctor that is strange to you. Kazdel? No, Kazdel, that's not what I meant. The doctor's feelings towards Amia, towards us, toward you are sincere. That is the truth. Trust the doctor and trust me. I will find the answer to what is tormenting the doctor. And when... Doctor! Doctor, you are awake!
What up?
What happened to me? You fainted as you were leaving the deck with Amiya. Where's Amiya? A little shaken, but she's fine. You're still in bad shape. What were you thinking? I want to cure Amiya's neuropathy. I want to change the present state of the Sarkas. I want to walk among the civilization that I helped create, to take in the vitality of new life, something that we once had, but have long since lost. Even if everything that we see, all that we know, all that we cherish, no longer exists after a millennium. Oh, okay. Nice. I mean, that is cool to get confirmation, I guess, of Doctor's feelings, because that's what I was curious about. So that was... Yeah. Okay. So we're going to 7. Alright. Let's see what goes on here. Yeah, we might be able to get through this module. Or this node. This node. Yes. We might be able to get through this node. We'll see if we reach the boss fight. Hopefully we will, but... I don't know. We'll see. Enable administrator level encryption. Image number 018 admin. Activating recorder. Beginning video record. Going strong, yep. Oh. While I slept, the ruins of our homeland nurtured new life. Originium is what guides their development, reshaping the life forms from Talos 2 to have a similar appearance to us. Oh. I am rather fortunate. I have been able to live across the millennia to communicate with them. I have even considered myself one of the people of this land for a time, experiencing their trauma, or experiencing their past and future. The trauma too. But in the end, I am not here. I have even begun to feel uneasy about Theresa's efforts. If the original project ends in failure, no. Even if it's merely postponed for some time, Theresa calls it even the future that I promised to Amiya. The inhabitants of this planet, some of the few life forms known to us, are but illusions that will break at the slightest touch. I have been lying to them and to myself for a very long time now, but how will I explain it to Kalsit, or to Theresa, or Amiya? Am I supposed to tell them that all the pain they have been through is the key to their salvation, and they must stop fighting? That all of Terra civilization is a fleeting dream, and only by being assimilated into Originium will we have the opportunity to avert our fate. Seeing the lives of those they call the infected dissipate like smoke brings pain to my heart. It has long been a common sight on Terra, but it always marks the end of life, sorrowful and cruel. It has been too long since I've heard a voice full of life. I can just see them as unexpected sparks. But what I see cannot be called a warrior's death. Rather, they had given in to the Originium's assimilation, passing through death to join the assimilated universe, a chance where life can break through the deepest darkness. Should I bow in silence at their deaths, or should I quietly rejoice at the smooth progression of the project? It is for this reason that Theresa dedicates herself to her research. Kalsit, or MA-10, has also chosen to believe in the potential of Terra, chosen to resist Originium and put an end to war. But what about me? The Originium project was built upon the efforts of countless generations, and in that time, billions of our compatriots have died, all in exchange for a mere 10,000 years that I have spent waiting. And now, the flint and tinder are in my hands. After all these long years, how could I abandon it? Because Terra has left me pleasantly surprised in a few short years? Because of the choices that Theresa and Kalsit made? Even if Amiya has moved me to compassion, would I not have been the selfish one all along? They awakened me to be their salvation, but in truth, I'm destined to bring them to annihilation. They awakened me, their destroyer, as if I were their savior. Mia. Calcit. What should I do? Priestess, what should I do? Perhaps I should reveal everything to Calcit and Theresa. Yeah, so obviously the plan was to awake after Originium had taken over everything, right? So the course that Terra was taken already. Yeah. Originium has led them down roughly to correct path. Arrogantly though it may be, this has been sufficient for those souls to perform a new kind of miracle. Perhaps I must re-examine Theresa and Calcit's plan. Babel's research has proceeded faster than expected, but Terra's political structure is rather primitive, and Babel does not yet have the ability to transcend the barriers of race and nation so that it may represent Terra as a whole. Believe in Terra. Believe in the people to build their own future. Carry on with the project. At least the vestiges of those who came before can live on within Originium. Believe in her. Stop her. Oh man. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to the widescreen. Come on. Some kind of assimilation? Yeah. I guess, yeah, kinda. Or no, yeah, straight up, but yeah, I'm just thinking. Wait, what is this guy? I just realized. Is this why the sky is fake? Because it's hiding all this stuff? What the heck? Well, how could I ever blame you? I understand your dilemma. Our debates are far beyond what those little life forms known as humans could participate in. But this is the only way. You and I both know that much. If, perhaps, we still have time before its return, we can envision things together, achieve them together, describe anything and everything within the boundaries of the universe together. Excuse me. So this is why I've seen fan art where, yeah, Priestess is kinda displayed as like a temptation towards Doctor, so yeah, that makes sense. I hope that in those fragile moments, you will always stand by my side. You will, won't you? Yo? Scout and Theresa interaction? And that concludes my report, Your Highness. The military commission seems to be certain we will retake Region CA-10's village and supplies, but by building an outpost there, they have already fallen into a trap. There are, however, some officers who have begun to use tactics completely different from Manfred's. This is highly irregular. Our spies have reported seeing Naxxterers entering the troops' camp. Nessalem. What does the Doctor make of it? The Doctor believes that no matter how the Sarkaz God of War intends to participate in this conflict, our arrangements will be thrown into complete disarray. What about you? Everyone is well aware that many members of the Royal Court have always favored the military commission, which advocates for reprisals and violence. But on account of certain restrictions, ones that you might even call rules of convention, none of them are willing to participate in the civil war. If the sovereigns were to decide to wage war upon us in Kazdel, those Sarkaz who have not returned will once more be unable to find Babel on the map. Practically speaking, if the court sides against us, the military gap will be concerning. Plus, those that support us are, for the most part, not warriors or soldiers. For many of our troops, this is the first time they've ever held a weapon. This is why I must speak my mind. No matter how you look at the facts, our situation is changing dramatically. I understand. Keep monitoring the Naxxterer course. If Nessalem is no longer holding back, then Dukerel is likely to act as well. For 3 weeks in a row, the Rhodes riverbank has no ships. The Rhodes riverbank is a most excellent spy network. They are able to deceive anyone they so wish, except for their sovereign lord. Tell them to pull out immediately. Leave Kazdel if they must. Lie low in other lands. It will be done. I'll take my leave then, Highness. The Royal Court. They possess the most direct capacity to use force. Nesalem only agreed to hand over command because he was promised a war that will reshape the land. Although rather troublesome, it is a challenge that he will have it is a challenge that we would have had to face sooner or later, if we were to achieve all that we hoped for. Babel does not blindly reject violence. It is clear to us all that it is necessary. That if necessary, we must use force to defend our beliefs. But this also means that the Sarkas will further devour themselves, venting the hate they hold for the land by setting themselves ablaze. It will mean the end of us. Defeating the military commission will not solve all our problems. We must give closure to those Sarkas who have grown up knowing only hatred and suffering, in other regards as well. As for our Ripathy and Originium, we... Please enter. Your Highness. Oh, yo, the gang. Your wounds have not yet fully healed, Ascalon. There is no need for you to make your report in person. I recovered. Besides, this is top priority. Holder's team successfully intercepted a witchcraft decoder. The doctor has already begun deciphering our enemy's codes. I believe we should receive results soon. Is that so? Ines, W. You have done very well. Thank you, Your Highness. I hope we'll crack our enemy's comms as quickly as possible, so we can plan our next stops. Where is your captain, by the way? Holderer took a few flesh wounds, nothing too serious. He's getting treated in the infirmary right now. If that is the case, then I will not waste your time. Go to him. Of course. Thank you kindly, Highness. W? Yeah? What? Go to Holderer. Oh, Alright, got it. Guess he still ain't dead. Is that all, Your Highness? I have other business. That reminds me. I still haven't thought of a real name for the girl, have I? For W or who? 1093 winter. Weather rainy. Castle border Kazdel. Oh, they're in the extreme pain section, like always. Yeah. Oh, extreme patient. Extreme pain section, you know, it's the same thing. Let's see. The doctor listens to the pitter-patter of the rain on the leaves. Eyes closed. Drip drop. The doctor's heart rages, filled with torment. A foul beast cries out in the distance. Answer my questions or die here. Ask away. Are you betraying Babel? I've never been a Babel member, but I've also never abandoned them to face their struggles alone. Why have you come to me? I have a request. I will not speak to a myth with no name, evil spirit. Who are you? Aren. Dr. Aren. Whoa. Aren. Theresa lowers his weapon, the rain falling from the corners of his eyes into the earth. He does not look at the one who invited him. Who invented him? He does not look at the one who invited him to this clandestine meeting, instead gazing upwards at the colossal statues of so-called heroes. Statues raised to commemorate the founding of the nomadic city of Kazdel by a pair of twins. Even after 100 years, his stone self still stands, sword drawn by her side, despite the past efforts of catastrophe and storm. Not long after she had crushed the rebellion that sought to destroy the new city, the joyful people of Kazdel invited us to witness the unveiling of these two statues. Heroes. And they were to watch over the border we had marked with their own two hands for generations to come, warning our foes, welcoming our friends. Invented works too, yeah, that's more or less. Same difference. Oh. I once swore an oath to her below her statue. My sword will behead all who stand against her. The doctor stares at the statue of Theresa, gaze unbreaking. Does the military commission not stand against her? No. There is no part of Kazdel that has truly risen up against her. Her foe is me, and me alone. And what of you? Theresa looks at the figure before him, rainwater gathering at the head of a long hooded coat, rhythmically dripping onto the ground. The shallow puddles below ripple as falling drops strike them. You ought to remember that most Sarkas who once lived here have long since died, lost to history. There are only a handful left who will know how to find this place. You came here on foot. How far have you walked? Very far. You have broken the witchcraft cipher created by Manfred's team that he's so proud of. I did that a long time ago. I just never told anybody. Even Theresa believes that I only began my work recently, meaning I'm in possession of nearly all the military commission's battle plans. So I created this opportunity to meet you, alone. You are confident that I will not kill the strategist who poses the greatest threat? I am confident that what I am about to offer is worth enough that you wouldn't. Technology that can control Originium. How far can you go under so much pressure from Victoria? How do you plan to completely change the Sarkas, and even this entire land? I can give you the answer you need. You are a boastful one. So, what is it you wish me to do, evil spirit? Destroy Babel. Scatter her followers. Let Theresa in on your plans. Unify the Sarkas under a Kazdel ruled by the military commission. The doctor has imagined the emotions that speaking these words would incite, many times over. Destroy Babel. Only a sense of relief came over the doctor. Dang. The doctor stares at the statue of Theresa, unmoving, without the slightest hint of emotion. She and I have never relied on the charity of our enemies in the course of leading Kazdel to where it stands today. It is true that this war will only end with the decisive defeat of one of us, but you should not be the one to propose it. True. Proceed. Tell me more of why you will make this request, evil spirit of an age long gone. You already know. There are no surprises here. Considering the near 200 years you and Theresa spent working together, you should be able to guess. I seek the expansion of Originium. Babel's struggles will only prolong the dying gasps of this land, Theresa's. No matter if you resist it or accept it, Originium will take on myriad forms, drawing all of civilization into her embrace. Have you ever looked up at the sky? Beyond that sky, far beyond the twin moons, there is a place that we will once return to, where we will sleep peacefully. But I am the only one left, here speaking with you, in the course of the Sarkas' eternal search for the remains of dead gods to fend off your enemies. Have you ever wondered, why did those gods die? Ooh. Are we in the Paris? Yep. The rain intensifies. The doctor draws aside the trademark hood and stands below the towering statues. The shadows of the statues envelop the doctor, making this figure seem ever more insignificant. Theresa suddenly feels that the one standing before him in the rain is even harder to read than before. The burden I bear is greater than the future of the Sarkas. If I must destroy some things to create a ladder I hoped for, I will do it. It's all I can do. I've already hesitated for far too long. Destroy some things to create a ladder. You speak lightly of sacrifice. Nothing like here, Theresa's. Believe me when I say, you couldn't even conceive of what I've been through. And where do I see your sincerity for your cooperation? Is the shard not enough for you? Otherwise, even with the help of the Confessari, It is not. It is far from enough, evil spirit. It is only enough to spare your life. Only enough to stop me, leader of the military commission, from killing a fated foe here and now. I require an even more direct means to advance this war to the next stage. If you wish for the Babel members to be spared, then so be it. The military commission promises you that as long as Babel concedes defeat and departs Kazdel, we will not exterminate those who desert or surrender. But you know what you must do in return. No, you can't. Who would have thought that the evil spirit who so roused the interest of the Naxxramer king would be such a coward? You can't both let Theresa live and allow the Babel members to live safely. It's a total contradiction. Only the destruction of Babel and the complete eradication of its members can Theresa live for Londinium with me. Okay, that was weirdly worded, but I get the point. Otherwise, it will merely be a case of the military commission quashing and dispersing yet another group of civilians, migrants and pacifists. Even without my order, such things will happen naturally. Perhaps you believe that Theresa will be willing to step back and watch it before her eyes. She will not, and so she will resist. You know what I ask of you. If you truly wish to save the many who stand by your side, make them willingly admit defeat and surrender to me. Then slay their king. And then, I will allow Babel to live. As it collapses, it will no longer be considered a Sarkis endeavor, and it will grow weak, drifting to the edges of civilization. Destroy some things to create a ladder. Aren. You're right. There is nothing light about this. In your opinion, what is the meaning behind this civil war? What meaning will her death hold? Reclaiming our lands, rebuilding our homes, ending discrimination, and revitalizing our race. You will have heard these platitudes many times. They are too complex, and yet too simple. Merely a small and pitiful species trying to grasp their fate. I see. In that case, I will tip the scales of destiny. Destroy Babel, divide them, weaken them, allow them to return to their former lives so that they can know a moment of peace in their final century. That way, we don't have to kill Theresa, or at the very least, we can minimize the loss of life. Fretting over violence serves only to stifle you. You understand the Sarkis better than most, but perhaps still not well enough. I have a question myself, Doctor. Evil spirit of a bygone age, you who call yourself a giant, a god, a supreme creator, one who can dictate the fate of the Sarkis. Are you the only one of your kind? I am. That is good to know. Go, now, without guilt, and do what you have decided to do. If you worry there will be no one to tear you down from your lofty heights, or judge your sins, don't. I will do it, evil spirit. Until there are none left to toy with our fate. The doctor listens to the splashing of the puddles behind, the sound of footsteps fading into the distance. Theresa is gone, wishing to stay not a moment longer. I'm so glad we don't have this, Doctor. I mean, we do, but we don't. But we do, yeah. Interesting. Pale sunlight begins to seep through the gaps between the statues. The doctor cannot feel the slightest bit of warmth from it. The heroes continue to gaze into the distance. They do not look beneath their feet. There stands a figure who does not live for a long, long time. Seems to be heading that way, yeah. Dang. Let's go to the after. Yeah, it's very, very ironic. almost silly. Yeah, almost. Anyway. But didn't you, right? Early, 1094. The nomadic city of Kazdel. Please wait, General. You are too impatient. But General, the Duke's envoy was almost ready to spit on... Did we get what we wanted? We got partial usage rights for the industrial era and the right to cross the border. But did it have to be so humiliating? The Victorian Dukes have you at their beck and call, treating us Sarkas like tame beasts. This is not what our soldiers redeployed from the Civil War were promised, General. Is this not all that we desired? Perhaps you will prefer that the Victorians treat the Sarkas as their greatest enemy from the beginning, banding together to face us? I understand. I know it's necessary for our enemies to think us weak, but this... Many within our ranks feel this is terribly dishonorable. Did I promise them honor? Do the Sarkas have honor in the eyes of the Victorians? You have been far too impetuous lately, Manfred. Dignity is of high import. Pretend nothing happened. Right. I guess that's what this remaining part is gonna lead to. Dignity is of high import. The fight for the rights of your men, and does the people respect you? Were these ordinary times, perhaps I too will commend you. But do you remember what we are here to do? We are preparing to steal the heart of a nation. To bring the greatest empire on this land to its knees. Their prejudices have left them weak, and the Sarkas are in hunger. What we truly need is neither honor nor respect. I understand. Are our men prepared? Ready to depart at a moment's notice. Our people sent in advance to Londinium will support us. The final deadline for our arrival is dictated by the Duke of Cavendish's request. The final deadline for arrival, as dictated by the Duke of Cavendish's request, is fast approaching. We can set out at any time. Good. Then we march to destroy Victoria. Interesting. So all the way back here, it started. The plan was in motion. Have you been on duty this entire time? Yes, sir. Stand out for now. I wish to be alone for a while. Of course, sir. Once the guards leave, Manfred takes out a wine glass he had placed to the side. Care for a drink? You never drank before. I still don't. But the General has ordered me to learn Victoria's etiquette, all preparation for our upcoming duty. I have learned rather recently that every meal those nobles pair every meal with multiple kinds of wine, each requiring its own unique glass. The redaction of some of this I haven't been saying, but all through this event they have been kinda weird. Remember when we were young and the General led us to an ancient battlefield for swordplay? The night was cold, and only after the General made some soup did we realize we had nothing to hold it in. Thankfully, the battlefield was nothing short of spent shells, and he used those to fashion 4 cups. You, me, the General, and Her Highness, carrying cups made out of shell casings while sitting in front of the fire. I remember, it was a peaceful night. Just like this one. The frigid moonlight of late winter falls through the window. Manfred rests his hand upon his sword hilt that was equally as cold. The air is still, and the two of them can hear the other's heartbeat. You're going to Londinium tomorrow. I know you wish to see the General. And you couldn't, otherwise you wouldn't have come to see me. I gave up. I found that when I caught a glimpse of him from a distance, the first thought that came to my mind was that I should kill him, there and then. Then you should applaud yourself for maintaining some reason. And so you decided to come to me? I hear you've improved your swordsmanship. Why don't we see for ourselves? I've never been able to best you. Don't beg for mercy before you've even fallen. There was one time we fought in Her Highness's study. We knocked down an entire bookshelf, and the General took our weapons away and made us tidy up the room within 30 minutes. I knew that you did it on purpose, wanting attention from their Highnesses. Is that so? Ascalon hides herself away into the shadows in the blink of an eye. Yo. Another blink, and Manfred feels a chill running across the side of his neck. He didn't have the time to draw his sword and fight back. He didn't have the time to even think about fighting back. Perhaps he was too tired? If I cut your neck here, at least there will be no need for you to die in Londinium. I can just throw your corpse into the furnace. It will spare many from dying on a distant battlefield in a foreign land. If you've made your decision, then kill me here. It will be your final chance. You've made yours, I see. The General says you lack conviction, but I don't think he's entirely correct. You shouldn't speak so much when someone has your life in her hands. It's only recently that I've realized I'm not as resolute as you. Anyway, here I go talking again. Talking some more. We have been brought to where we are by the invisible tides of fate. But ever since the day this war started, there is no going back for us. Then, do your best to survive. I won't hold back next time. The silent assassin stows her blade up her sleeve, then slowly steps back into the shadows. Neither will I. If only this was our last meeting. Back to Rhodes. Rhodes, Aren Babel, Kazdel. A cold wind scatters the thick clouds of late winter, allowing sunlight to peek through the gaps and spread out across the bridge of the ship. Down the stairs, Ascalon stands unmoving by a guardrail. She shuts her eyes tight, enjoying the fleeting warmth of the sunshine. Above the stairs, there is a clear rustling of cloth dragging against the ground. A shadow flees across the assassin's face, blocking out the rays of sunlight. Sorry, Ascalon. Did I disturb your rest? I thought I wouldn't make any sound if I took off my shoes. No, you are welcome at any time. The ground's cold. You should put your shoes back on, Your Highness. Nothing you wish to tell me, Ascalon? You mean the reason you returned to Kazdel? It was my own decision. I thought you wouldn't agree, and I didn't know how to bring it up with Your Highness. Why would I not agree, Ascalon? Since it was your decision, I will trust your judgment. Did you manage to see them? Manfred and Theresa are both well. I can believe that. They are strong men. We shall finish our preparations soon as well. The operation to retake Kazdel isn't too far off now. Why does your brow seem even more furrowed than before? Our recent combats have been radical, and they've won us some battles too. Still, I've been feeling uneasy. Babel has changed a lot, especially... Yes? The Doctor. The Doctor has changed a lot too. Become more efficient, more clinical. It's like... the Doctor is now a machine that never makes mistakes. That's just what a commander should be, no? Why will that make you worry? We've got an incredible commander now, for sure. But I think I trust the weirdo who kept falling off a burden beast more. Real. We used to be a pharmaceutical company. Yeah, first things first. For starters. Is now really the best time to attack Kazdel, Your Highness? Your intuition has always been on the mark. You've had your worries too? Do you remember? We have faced countless insurmountable odds over the years, but we've overcome them all. I believe that we can go through what comes next as well. We've always been in danger, yes. Babel carries the hopes of many, Ascalon. Faith has gotten us this far, and we cannot stop now. We have always been at a disadvantage against the military commission. Now, most of their forces have redeployed to Londinium. It is a one-of-a-kind opportunity. We have no choice. I will be at your side. keeping you safe. No, Ascalon. In the future, you must go further afield to protect others. Relax for now, and bask in the sunlight for a moment. Your Highness. Oh, right. Remember to not always rest on your feet. If you're tired, you should go and enjoy a nice nap on your own. I'll remember. The sunlight shines upon Ascalon's face once more. It is bright and warm, but the moment the shadow faded away, she suddenly felt some peculiar emotion floating through her chest. At the time, she was unable to describe what it was. It dawned on her many years later, on another sunny day. It was an unwillingness to part ways. Oh, here we go. Victoria. Yep, Londinium. Mercenaries. Message from his grace to the Duke. Storming Londinium like this was well done. Assembling centrally in an hour. You'll be reviewed there. Then you'll receive your bounty. Hey, did you get all that? Yes. Your orders have been received. Do let the Duke know on my behalf that we will be there on time. Why? I'm getting tired. The circus thank him for his generosity. Oh, pity devils. Something saving people. It could well be a rare fine day in Londinium, if it were not for the gun smoke filling the air. From atop the towering city walls, we can see the entire lay of this ancient city. The general in his blood-stained uniform says not a word, his gaze fixed on the great edifice in the center of the city. In the skies above Londinium, a dark cloud floats by. Oh, dang, that's the end? Oh, man. It's getting late. I don't know if we have time for this, because it's a boss fight. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. It's not like I'm gonna be able to do polls, but... Oh, it's not a boss fight? Is it the scripted one? Or are you just being like, yeah. what is it called? Yeah, it's another terminology. The next one is boss fight. Oh, okay. It really looked like a boss fight to me, so that's why I was like, oh, maybe we should read through this before. Yeah, even if we go, we might only be able to do that before. If this is your choice. Oh, final countdown. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, let's read that before and do the stage. Yeah, I guess let's go with this for now. Shouldn't take long. Okay. Spring 1094. Rhodes Island of Babel, Kazdel. What's up, Julie? I knew you'd come, Ascalon. I'm the only one left. Indeed. After a few years here, you're the only one left, out of everyone I knew. This upcoming mission of yours, in Londinium, you knew that already. To tell you the truth, I'm a little bit bothered by it. This isn't my first time going undercover, but it's the first time for me to step outside of Kazdel. I heard you used to travel around for months. It's not the same as going to Victoria, though. You are going to be a sleeper agent in Theresa's mercenary army. When the time is right, you'll be provoking an armed rebellion. Will killing Theresa really solve our problems? No. The military commission is no longer reliant in any one strongman. This is exactly what Theresa wants. So the best way for you to accomplish your mission is to cause a disturbance at the right time. It'll sow doubts among the Victorian dukes, and they can do the dirty work for you. Londinium is the heart of Victoria. They've got nowhere to run. The city will witness the downfall of the entire military commission. And then you guys will beat up the whole Naxxramer court and take back Kazdel, right? Still, Julie, you should... Oh, don't be like that. I've been undercover before, it's just, you know, having to fool both Theresa's and the Victorians at the same time. I barely met any feline who can do that. I've been practicing my Victorian just for this. That's not what I meant. Never mind. Here, for you. What's this? My old clothes? My name's been sent into the lining. Did Her Highness do this? Her Highness wanted to give this to you in person, but I don't want you to meet at this moment. Well, rather she not have to suffer too much. You know what I mean. You know that everyone involved in this plan is considered sacrificed already. Her Highness knows this. She wanted to say goodbye to you all in person, but that would only make it hard for her to sleep at night. So I lied to her. I told her you all left earlier than planned. I'm sorry, Julie. You might have wanted to meet Her Highness too. Julie does not reply. She strokes the name sewn into her clothes with linen, feeling its rough texture in silence. Julie. She remembers how Her Highness will teach them lessons. She is more used to killing people than learning things in the classroom. Although she will doze off as she didn't understand a thing, she knew in her heart that everything Her Highness said was right. That's why she has never raised a question in class. Who wouldn't want to see Her Highness one last time? And I don't mind it's you who gives me this. I've learned a lot from you in these past few years too. You're not thinking that you might be more qualified for this mission than I am, are you? No, I'm not. There were some people who actually mentioned you at the meeting earlier, but we all agreed that it's best if you stay in Kazdel with Her Highness. As for me, I've always been on my own, so I was the first to suggest. You could go and join Scout's team. I remember you've already applied for it. That was just because I wanted to learn everything I could from a hero. Also that I could beat you one more time. I fight more or less in the same way. It's kind of a bummer living without having sparred enough with you. I really wouldn't be telling you all this if it wasn't for the fact that I'm about to head off already. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? No. I never expected my first time leaving home will also be my last. I also never expected the person sending me off will be the unsmiling, silent-head assassin who's always standing by the king's side. Answer me honestly, Escalon. What is it like out there, in the lands beyond Kazdel? Escalon does not answer. It seems that Julie did not expect to receive one in the first place. Julie simply gets up and leaves at a languid pace, as though she was just heading off to get a bottle of top-notch wine. Escalon watches her as she walks off into the distance. She suddenly feels like there is something unfamiliar about Julie. The same feeling as if she were unable to recognize her own reflection in the mirror. How so? 3 months later. Village on the outskirts of Londinium, Victoria. Come out already. There's no use hiding. We received the info in the city that there's a squad heading off to Kazdel. That must be your lot, right? We blocked all of the other roads out of this village. And don't even think about passing through me here. Oh, hello. No, these guys. Got you. Look at your wounds and all. I thought you could beat a civilian in a state like this. She shakes her sword with disdain, flicking off the blood on it. Or maybe you're waiting for your buddies to come help you out? The others are all dead? Yeah, said Dornil. All your friends are dead, so why does it feel like you're breathing a sigh of relief? Death is but a mercy, my friend. Who the hell are you guys? That does not matter. Ugh. Your blade struck true. I don't know what year it is. Exactly, yeah. We hear the assassin break out in laughter under her blade. Only once he has finally stopped breathing does she peel off his mask. Julie freezes. She thinks hard for a long while, before finally realizing the identity of the Sarkas based on the marred birthmark by the corner of his eye. His portrait had been circulated around the Scar Market's book of bounties before. He had many aliases, but nobody knew what his real name was. He has been active for far too long enough to become the subject of boast and quips from drunken mercenaries. But the two horns that marked his bloodline and identity have been cut clean off, leaving eternal scars on his head. Those other masked nutjobs willing to die for their cause, did they also like chopping their horns off? Did you need to go this far to muster enough courage to assassinate Her Highness? Was it because you had to bear steel against the King of Sarkas, against one of the 6 heroes? Whatever. I can tell just by looking at you that you haven't dealt with Her Highness Theresa before. Well, don't you worry. I'll burn away your face. Sure, you'll be burned into some real stinky charcoal, but it beats being remembered as a sinner. You guys can't go back to Kazdel, and this is the only thing I can do to help you. To be honest, I don't think you and I are all that different. I can't go back to Kazdel either. Oh, the burning. Like, what? Julie and her companions pile up the assassins' corpses, set the grimly pyramidal light, and set off in the direction of Londinium. The blaze behind them crackles. Thought suddenly pops in Julie's mind. The furnace in Kazdel doesn't sound like this. What was it like? She heard it all the time when she was little. Can't remember any of it. Still going, alright. Call it. Our leads have already deployed to all the key strategic points. Good. Listen up. There is a clear power gap between us and the military commission. Laying siege to Kazdel would have been an impossible operation. But thanks to the Duke of Cavendish's ultimatum, Theresa has marched to Londinium earlier than planned. Kazdel now only has some of the royal court factions aligned with the military commission to oversee it. He has almost abandoned the city. Oh. This has no doubt left both the civilians and remaining soldiers in disarray, but threw me off that it was her, but Doctor. Once the banner of the military commission falls, Her Highness Theresa will proclaim that they have abandoned Kazdel, and in turn proclaim the liberation of Kazdel by Babel. This battle line will be formed by multiple points rather than an entire front. We must strike swiftly and precisely. Due to the disparity in military strength, almost every single one of our armed personnel who still hits to the command of Babel has been assigned to take in the city. Thus, the landship's defense will be relatively weak. Her Highness Theresa will remain on the landship to balance the situation. We will retain a suitable force to guard the ship too, under my personal command. Well, there you go, Godot. Once the city gates of Kazdel have been broken open and the path of the South Furnace has been the Soul Furnace has been made safe, Her Highness will meet with the main army at all speed. We have 6 hours to storm the city, else the military commission will have the opportunity to organize a powerful counterattack. If that time comes, our weaker Babel forces will be exposed to danger. By the light of the setting sun, Babel will capture the furnace and the royal court chamber, and the banner of Babel will rise with the moons. And when that time comes, a ceasefire will resound across all Kazdel. I have faith that we will all succeed. Wonderful organization, Doctor. Just some big talk meant to boost morale. I'm sure Kal'Cid and our experienced fighters can see right through it. Babel is going to take heavy losses. It's not quite Theresa's style, allowing so many flaws to go exposed. But I trust you, Doctor. I believe that with this price we must pay, we can take back Kazdel. Theresa is going to fight for the power he most craves in Londinium. If our assumptions are correct, once he tears apart that empire, he will set his sights back in the city. Is there no room for 2 Kazdels on this great land? Perhaps there is, but if we were to split our combined strength in 2, then we will not be able to resist the next invasion of our enemies. Moreover, while the city can always be rebuilt, what the Sarkas have truly failed to do for millennia is to unify. Even the military commission failed to gather together all the surviving factions of the royal court. Are you wondering if things will be different if this was Theresa's who wore the crown? If it was Theresa's. No, they wouldn't. The Sarkas who'd come rushing into the city, escaping from wars and trying to feed themselves, will still band together and fight their king. To band together, such a simple and yet unimaginable way to put it. Indeed. According to Kalsid's rough calculations, the population of Sarkas currently living in Kazdel only constitutes 30 to 40% of all Sarkas across Terra. A unification under the banner of hate will be effective yet short-lived. A unification under peace allows us to discuss developments and our future. It is not that Theresa's or the Sarkas do not understand all this. It's just that the war broke out anyway. Even if we take Kazdel back, Doctor, perhaps this war will still go on. But maybe it will do for now. After our victory, I'd like you to take a look around the city. It is my home, and the home of many Babel members. It is also Kalsid's home. You have fought for Babel for so long, yet you have never set foot in the homeland of our memories. I haven't been a good host in this deal of ours, have I, Doctor? See how the soul furnace brings light and heat to Kazdel, this city built on our pain, and you might see why we are so greedy in our desire for a peaceful tomorrow. I will. Please. Oh, come on. How much longer do we have of this preview? Because it's getting a little late. Outskirts of an abandoned town, Kazdel. How are things in town, Ode? We're still pursuing the remaining mercenaries. They have pretty much all holed up inside some abandoned buildings. I'm afraid it'll take a while to root them all out. Don't be reckless. Pay attention to the time and don't forget what the doctor said. Our objective is to clear the flanks, then regroup on the battlefront ASAP. I know. If not for the doctor's contingency plan, we most likely would have been gotten by the ambush of theirs. The stage is the preview, this is the content. Wait, so this is gonna be long? Okay, anyway. Should I just read through this? Well, yeah, I'm asking because I don't know. I want to just see if we should just skip to the stage. I mean, I get your joke. I just want to see if it's gonna be a lot more reading or if we should just go into the stage. Haven't read it as well, gotcha. Seen 4.5-hour long videos for this story. Or, yeah. Alright, let's see. If it doesn't end after this scenario, I guess we'll just skip. But something strange in this. It's clear that this town's right in the path of the catastrophe. So why will this gang of mercs risk ambushing us here? I'm still investigating that myself. We just need to find their leader then. Ascalon... then Ascalon. Although I can't guarantee that they'll have answers we need. I know. Stay safe. A catastrophe. Its brutal winds batter Ascalon. Faint blasts from the horizon distract her, as though they are reminding her. We are destined to walk along this path. It's you! Ah, there you go. Yep, that connects to that from the preview. Long time no see. You've grown, Ascalon. You really have toughened yourself up on the battlefield over the last few years. I assumed you would have joined that man in hiding behind Londinium's walls like a coward. Me? Follow the Regent? I'm afraid you've got that wrong, Ascalon. Mercenaries never follow anyone. All we care about is profit. Here in Kazdel, the only thing that helps you earn the profit is violence. Lucky for us that we have the knack of sniffing it out. Yeah, it is like some Doom music. Naturally, I'm happy to help everyone see that prospects might show up on this list of jobs in a suitable manner. After all, the Scar market never makes wrong investment decisions. Yeah, let's talk in more fighting. Ascalon's sleep blade stabbed to the giant's back, only to find his hand blocking the attack. It seems that his hand had been there all along, no movement is detected. If he thought that you could stop us yourself, then I'm afraid that he's living in a fantasy. Wrong again, Ascalon. The mercenaries are here because of the Regent's commission. Yeah, it's none of my business, but have you ever wondered why I'm here? I'm here to see you, Ascalon. A complete unrelated matter. Huh? Ascalon, the town. Another ambush. Ode? I didn't say you could leave, Ascalon. The moment those people stepped into the town, their fates were sealed. You can't save them. Do you still remember the first time we met? We're already at the confluence of fate. Here, I see a rather abrupt ending. I've always wondered, could I change that ending? Perhaps I could dredge up a stone from the rough rapids of destiny and place it wherever I want, to see what ripples will arise that should not exist in the first place. Will the Cyclops control prophecy? Get lost. Or die. Yeah, stop yapping, dude. Come on. I already told you, there's no need to try for any surprise attacks. I can see them coming. Theresa has taught me many things, but there is one thing I remember clear as crystal. The blade in my hand can solve most of my problems. Scar-Eye, can you see nothingness? Oh. A thick mist, mingled with dust, spreads across the area. Everything is indistinct. The assassin's figure gradually becomes a blur in the fog. Doesn't matter if it's fate or prophecy, I've had enough of your tricks. You believe you can see beyond time. You believe you can rely on fate to guide you to your profit. But you're nothing more than an addict, playing at fortune teller in the end, Scar-Eye. Ascalon's voice fades away, the giant's ears only hear the wind, the giant's eyes only see the mist. Strange, even though he can see 100 different ways of his own death, whenever he wakes up now, he sees none. Dang. Crack. His mask shatters. His eyes have been hidden behind the mask for nearly a century. He doesn't need them to see reality. Too many people, too many things, all unworthy of his sight. And as the evening light rushes into the cracks of his mask, seeping into these excited, dilated pupils. Do you see your death now? No, he sees a precipice. The rapid waters of the confluence of fate are flowing over it. Before we continue this fight, Ascalon, allow me to give you a prophecy, free of charge. A story. And that's what connects to the preview, right? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Going to the stage? Okay, thank you. I was worried I was gonna have to skip this. Final countdown, alright. How do you play this again? Whoa, what the heck? Oh, exit is the center. Wait, what? Ooh, Death Veil Assassin, a circus assassin with invisibility and high physical and aerial touch, but better against stabilizer chains. Can pass through blocking units at low HP. Oh, I see. Yeah. I forgot how to play even.
Let's begin. Picked out your bait yet?
Let's do this. Yep. Let's block them there. And okay, yeah, we can send another chain over there.
Don't keep me waiting.
Oh well. I thought you guys were advanced a little faster. Yep, there you go.
Shut up.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
So this is a battlefield.
So all the assassins are gonna come through here. Oh, I see. Think, yeah. Oh no, all assassins come out of here. Yeah, I see. Okay. Okay, there is gonna be some people going through this side, so yeah. Be careful with it. Oh, I see. Can pass through those.
This is the right place. Come on, chin up.
Oh my gosh. Heal. Yep, there you go. Nice stun, I mean. Okay, I don't know what your stats are. Oh gosh. Hello there. What do I do on this side? Okay. This,
You can't stop me. On alert.
need to switch this. Oh gosh. This side is gonna be tough.
Got it.
Okay, need to switch you. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Let's get healing first.
I know what to do better match your staff.
Oh boy, that's a lot. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot of people. Dang, what happened to this will be fast. Kumi stands undefeated, yeah.
Even a technique you have executed 1,000 times can fail. Don't focus too much on winning and losing, Doctor. You did what you could.
Okay. That guy just... Yeah, I didn't see what he was doing. Because he has stuff that we gotta defend on 2 fronts.
We'll be fine if we stick together.
Yeah, 3 attacks at the same time. That is rough. Oh, I see.
Let's begin.
I have an idea. More or less.
I'm listening.
Okay, come on through.
Got it.
Oh,
Cut
do
them to
this first.
pieces.
So this is a
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was thinking. So the chain is in front.
Corpse into shadow.
I don't know if that counts as being in front. Hopefully it does. I still don't understand what the stats of these guys are. Oh, I probably should have checked. Should I check? Yeah, let's check after this. Do this, why not? And then we already know that we gotta protect this side as well. Actually, maybe the binding will be better here.
This is the right place to
Let fragrance revive your mind.
Careful, careful, careful. Okay, nope, that's just a one shot. Oh, and you just keep moving, okay. Oh, but it's just, okay, so it's just slowed down by those, or is it revealed by the chains?
Don't keep me with nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Oh, that's a little weird.
Here we go. How to like this?
What?
Position.
Beyond substance.
Oh gosh, need to use this, Forgetting that I can just slow them down with the chain, yeah. Should try to do that.
Beyond the hostile intent is all too clear.
Is that one I can defeat from there? Don't have other ground units though, so yeah, that's an issue. And they have this. It's not gonna be a lot of help there. Oh gosh, you save now? Okay, there we go. Sheesh. Do I not? Oh, because they're invisible, right? I block you here. I know it's not gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna go away pretty fast, but yeah. Are they like arts attackers or something? I don't know. Okay, you come up from this side and then this side. Okay, that's fine. Just keep you alive for now.
Keep me waiting.
Here we go. Don't get carried away.
Nuh-uh. I guess we can create another chain here. Oh, what? Oh, I was not paying attention, sorry.
I will sink your corpse into shadow.
I can't reach you here. And I can do this. Okay, going to there, which is fine. Drop him down. Yeah, take him down. There you go. Where are you going? Oh, you're going around, okay.
Don't keep me waiting.
I was a little confused about that. Oh, wait. Shoot. Okay.
Let's begin.
Oh, right, because I don't deploy you. Right. if anything, I should have placed left in the middle. Let's see.
Here I am.
Alright, enough of you. Away with you. Okay, just the assassin left.
Tell me, what's your plan?
Shoot, okay. That plays the chain. Oh, I guess I chain you with that. Oh, I should have done it after. Yeah, it's my bad. My bad.
Picked out your bait yet?
It's okay. We can do this. We can do this. Maybe.
I'm here. Oh, is it my turn?
Switch you. Oh, should have done this. Yep. Hope I can see you. Okay, now I can see you. Yep.
Scent of despair.
That's fine
Boy.
with me.
Got it. Got it.
So we need the DP. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Brace yourself.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Really? Last enemy, yeah. I should have just ended it like that.
That much harder.
Yeah. You know what? It was last enemy. I'm just gonna do it on my own time, that one. Because it's already way too late. Anyway. And I'll just skip over the after.
No dust cloud.
Or if I forget, we'll just do it after. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just do it at the beginning of next stream. Well, I should have left a long time ago, but because I read that it was gonna be short, I decided to reiterate, but I shouldn't have done it. Anyway, that was not what I should have done. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. What's I gonna say? Yep, we'll continue on Thursday to finish this event. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about it. I do have some thoughts. I'll doing some things, and yeah, but I guess we'll talk about it more next stream. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by. Yeah. See you. No voice actors were emotional hurt today. Anyway, yeah, I'm Aren, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. I'm glad it was a good time, Matteo. I'm glad it was, at least. Yeah. Anyway, should have ended earlier, but it's fine. Fine. See you next time, y'all. Take care. Yeah, keep your gummies safe. True. They're the goats.